Well, I love the rainy nights, and it's Mystery Titans Theater, and we are swimming here in Vancouver. It is a wet one, but we're thrilled to be here. My name is Travis Woloshin. I'm joined as always by your buddy and mine, Johnny Hedgepeth. Johnny, how are you?
I'm doing good.
And with us, who has put together this our playlist here tonight, the Chief J Historian, the Third Brain Buster, the Ken Burns of Wrestling. I did that in different order this time. Kelly Nelson. Kelly, how are you?
Doing great.
And our returning guest. Really glad we could make this work. This guy is a very recognizable voice, whether it's for one of the many wrestling companies in town here in Vancouver or for the Vancouver Giants. Your pal of mine, Justin Morissette. Justin, how are you?
I'm doing great, Travis. It's great to be back here. Long overdue. I'm glad my schedule finally permitted being free on a Saturday night.
Yeah, me too, pal. All right, Kelly, tell us where we're starting here.
Well, I guess it was a couple months ago you guys had an ECW show that I couldn't attend.
Right,
with,
that fan cam. Yeah.
With Peter Winson. So I've had this ECW itch that I've wanted to scratch for a while. So here we go. This is the July 4th, I believe. Hardcore TV. 1995, July 4th, 1995. And we're going to get a bunch of stuff as usual. Right now, this was Shane Douglas's literally last days in ECW before going to WWF and becoming Dean Douglas. So he's doing like a pro WWF gimmick right now.
Man, that Natural Born Killer shirt that Dreamer wearing there.
Yeah, and this was when Luna was briefly in ECW.
Yeah, she had a feud with Stevie Richards.
Yeah. Of course, Sandman and Woman. Sandman went through a few different valets.
Sandman's somehow looking much older there than he would just a few years later.
He looks better now.
And Scorpio. Now we got a party,
we're gonna
man.
get some Too Cold.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, so this should be fun.
95, the year we graduated.
Oh, so there's the original FBI. Remember Trav? When we were at the farm, we watched a few of those matches.
Yes.
Val Puccio is his name, I believe? Or Puccio?
What kind of death match did they say?
So this was Ian and Axel Rotten. They had this crazy feud in 1995. It actually won PWI Feud of the Year, which was a big deal for ECW because they were just an underground at the time.
I saw the playlist that Kelly's put together here tonight, and I think there will be quite a bit of color.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of blood.
Yeah.
Yeah, as we all like.
Halloween. I guess this is our Halloween show, yeah, so that makes sense.
Sure, I didn't even think about that, but yeah. It's going to be...
You're just
It's going to be like a Friday the 13th movie.
The Taipei. It's the Taipei death match. It made all the magazines because...
Glass wrapped.
Glass wrapped and tape on their fists and stuff. By the way, the guy's name was
Bloodsport.
Jim Troy.
Jim Troy, yes. You got it.
And
then, this is the Gangsters' first night in ECW against Public Enemy, and we're going to get the full match.
Christ.
We'll get the full match after this? Yeah, you were telling me. I saw that there.
Here we go in Philadelphia.
Oh, jeez. Come on, somebody call the cops.
We are the cops.
Oh, right. It sucks.
Did Bill Alfonso just leave the building?
There's Todd Gordon.
Well, in that case, let's start the Taipei.
We want Alfonso's. Hilarious.
We want Alfonso's. Yeah, Fonzie wasn't going to allow them to have this match because at this point he was the anti-hardcore referee
shooter.
Forced rules, so he was the heel.
Hilarious.
This year was just so fucking awesome for ECW. It's one of my favorite years for any wrestling promotion ever.
It's wild how ECW has aged so much better than the Attitude Era, right? Because they were just trying to.
I'd say it is.
It depends. This part, 95, yes. 95 totally, but there's something to be said about you watch ECW without the music and you suddenly realize it wasn't really there.
Well, yeah, the music definitely enhances it big time.
Sure. In some recent Boom uploads, Max has had to drop like the Baywatch theme among other entrance music because we've reached the level of monetization or whatever. So it's like anytime you watch New Japan, I remember when Red Dragon would come out, it would be like the worst fill-in you've ever heard.
Just picturing Hasselhoff laying on the floor drunk, eating a hamburger, watching YouTube videos of wrestling. Comes across Boom, fucking get my lawyer.
Yeah. Oh. This is a mess.
Here we go.
I started the birds. Go ahead, Justin.
Was that like a trailer for the whole show off the top there? We got a little snippet of every match, and now we're.
I think so, because it's highlights of Hardcore Heaven, which was basically their biggest card at the time before they were on pay-per-view.
I've seen a lot of pay-per-views from this era. I don't know that I've ever seen like the weekly television, so I'm not exactly sure how.
Well, 95. There wasn't even pay-per-views. They didn't get on pay-per-view.
No, but they had like super cards or bigger shows than
others. Yeah, you could buy them on videotape.
Yeah. I had to get them on tape.
Jesus, what happened to our music there?
Well, I think this must.
We were just talking about.
Right.
It's been edited out.
Hilarious.
We'll get to hear it before the Gangsters Public Enemy match. So
that fucking duster of a or like parka of a Raiders jacket,
new jacket
I've ever seen.
Yeah. You got to track that one down.
No kidding. Thousands of dollars. Bet you got asked to get buried in that. I would.
That's awesome. T-Bone Tazplex? No, just a Tazplex.
Cards have runner a Canadian boy, Mississauga native on first base, Josh Naylor. None out in the bottom of 6.
And even at this time in 95, with my cable system,
what are they taking out? If we can hear this much of Edie Kamosi.
Rob Zombie's.
Rob Zombie, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I know.
I would have just cut that whole part out and cut to this.
We've got a big Occupy ECW angle to open the show.
Yeah.
Look at all those geeks.
This is gonna happen at a Boom show.
Is this where the stage collapses?
Yeah.
Could be. It happened in a few different places.
Bismarcky.
Fans refuse to leave the room until Public Enemy receive their title shot.
Like this guy in the middle.
Look like Eddie Guerrero on off the roids.
He looks like Diener from.
Yeah, Fubar.
Fubar.
It's like Eddie from the last season. Eddie from the last season of Stranger Things. He's about to get killed.
Oh, one woman there. Wow.
Oh, I guess this isn't when it breaks.
I do feel like it still could happen.
It could. But the one I remember, I think, was in Florida, or the famous one.
That's right.
Not in the ECW arena.
Totally safe. What's your buddy Joey Styles up to these days, Johnny?
I have no idea.
Yeah, me neither.
But I know he's probably still wearing that stupid tie.
Yeah, also endorsing Trump.
Oh, yeah. Oh, man. Yeah, I saw the...
It may be the wrestlers that give Trump the election, rally them all together.
Yeah, well, dude, I just real quick, I love that thing. That Taker on his little TikTok with Kane and Trump. Yeah. He's like, you have a choice. You could be with us or Dave Bautista. I was like,
I know.
Let's see. The guy who's been a star, the biggest money-making actor. And the star who started some of the biggest money-making movies of all time. That guy? Yeah.
They're acting like he was a total loser or something.
I know. Yeah. It's so funny.
That's because of the recent
Jimmy Kimmel clip, which was so funny.
Yeah.
Does Joey Styles have a podcast that Trump can go on?
Shockingly, he doesn't. I don't think.
Moose telling us he works in pharma.
Oh, that does not surprise me at all.
Haphazard saying the Undertaker versus Kamala feud drags on to this day.
Coffin match.
Very good, Haphazard.
The style of ECW TV, I mean, turned off a couple of my older friends. My best friend Brad was like, "It's just clips and ads for the videotapes, man. What the fuck is this?"
Well, that's what it was. Just
what's his shirt say? I'm dying to know what that shirt says.
It's something.
Probably the WWF logo.
Yeah, that must be it.
Oh yeah.
It is.
It's the one that they can't use anymore.
I was partly joking and then realized that actually is illegal. Yeah.
Because he would wear Monday Night Raw t-shirts.
And I think he said World Wrestling Federation there and got bleeped on that. Did you guys know? Did you have the subtitles on for the Vince documentary?
No.
We watch with subtitles all the time in our house. It's a weird thing. I know I'm not alone. There's a lot of people.
The rest of my family does as well.
But every time someone said World Wrestling Federation, it would say World Wrestling Entertainment.
Oh, you know what? I did see that. Now that you mentioned that,
weird, man. So that makes me just like, there's so much about that, like how much was okayed by them and had to go through them. It's so weird. It was all over the place, that documentary.
There's obviously a bunch of actual crimes being discussed in that documentary, but one of the most demoralizing aspects of it, I felt, was hearing Cody Rhodes talk about things and be like, "It was one of the biggest nights in the history of sports entertainment."
Yeah.
Like, stop,
I know.
please.
I'm sorry. At least the Miz and Natty didn't show up. Like, they're in every documentary. Always there to drop a soundbite.
Hearing Cody use like the New York terms instead of saying wrestling or professional wrestling.
Well, he's there now.
Well, no, it's this. It's got to be some sort of ingrained shit too, because right now that the old pervert is gone, they say wrestling, professional wrestling all the time.
But they didn't in that documentary. I mean, that documentary is weird. It was all over the place. It had some really great stuff. Yeah.
Was that
really
filmed
bad
while the old man was still in charge? So Cody's doing.
No, I think the Cody parts were after the first scandal broke, or the original NDA.
I'll tell you. I'll in another plug for the six pack here. The chapter on Vince is more interesting than the entire documentary.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, look at the sign. They're so anti-WWF.
Yeah.
We don't want a circus.
Yeah. Well, this was the worst.
Was the height of the worst WWF.
Probably still to this day the worst year for WWF.
He definitely looks like he's bound for the big leagues in his bike shorts gear right now.
He would go. Well, this is extreme.
And this is where the
so he's already. How far away was his?
He's getting ready to leave.
But how long ago was his speech or famous promo?
Less than a year.
Less than a year.
The belt drop. Yeah.
Yeah. Ricky Steamboat. He adds that way later.
Yeah. Dude, because I was watching 95 WWF, and when he showed up in that Dean Douglas gimmick, I remember being like disappointed already, because I knew Shane Douglas was awesome.
You're not angry, you're just disappointed.
Yeah, exactly. I saw that and I was like, ugh, this sucks. It just deflated me, because I was like, he's so good.
3 journalists.
Oh, he's shooting
pretty
now.
good. There's Hack Guy. Hack Guy says he's got 4 journalists. Or he's like saying. Hilarious.
Oh yeah, Shane cut shooty promos. That was his thing.
But was it? I guess this was. Well, it's because that first shooty promo got over, right? So this is probably.
Well,
he's going to ride that on the way out.
No, that was a play. He always did, all the way up into WCW and everything. Something he kind of fell back on. To the point where a lot of people got tired of it.
Yeah. What is
And
the
this is
woo
when
about?
the woos started, not with Flair chopping. It was
Really?
Yeah.
because of when Shane Douglas was in WCW. Didn't him and Flair have some sort of, I don't know what, or
Well,
Flair booked him poorly or whatever.
Yeah, he didn't like the way Flair booked him, and he started a feud with Flair in ECW
Yeah.
that they didn't actually wrestle until the end days
The
of
end of
WCW.
Yeah.
But
When he
He
was
said-
in worse shape than Flair by that point.
And he called him Dick Flair.
Yeah.
yeah.
What does he keep getting? It's so weird that they would just silence out the World Wrestling Federation, but whatever he's saying here.
They need to get the sound guy who did it for the movies when we were little. That didn't sound like,
Or like on Bizarre when they do like a wah, wah.
or just like
That would be better. Infinitely better.
A spring noise.
yippee-ki-yay, ketchup farmer. What?
Mr. Falcon.
Mr. Falcon. That was it. Mr. Falcon.
I've mentioned the best one of all time several times on this show. It was Tackleberry in Police Academy, where he said, "Freeze before I blow your gosh darn knees off, egg roll."
Egg roll.
Egg roll.
The funniest one for me is watching the Blues Brothers on TV, because the Belushi guy's voice sounds nothing like John Belushi. It's
Right.
shocking.
And Moose sharing it from Big Lebowski. This is what happens when you find a stranger in the Alps.
I've never seen Big Lebowski on TV.
Yeah.
Me neither.
No.
Was that on Movies for Guys Who Like Movies?
Could have been.
Heyman managed to get Flair booed and Dusty cheered in Philadelphia, which was a complete 180 from a decade before. That's haphazard. Duke said Super Dave had the duck quack sounds whenever he swore. Yeah, which is bizarre. Yeah. Guards left two stranded. Well, it was a double play.
Yeah, people.
Did I say tribe? I meant the guards.
People bitch, and rightly so, about 20-minute promos from Triple H on Raw, but this is no better. I'm sorry.
No.
Right?
It feels like Joey Styles is like actively trying to look like Jeffrey Combs in The Reanimator. Like, that is the look he is actively courting.
Wayoon himself. I'm in the middle of like my 6th rewatch of Star Trek Deep Space Nine, and at the end where Jeffrey Combs as Wayoon is the recurring character, is one of the main villains, and he's like my favorite villain of Star Trek history.
Brady asked me out of nowhere here today what my favorite Halloween movie was, and I don't know if I have a favorite. Like, and I think he didn't mean like of the John Carpenter series. I think he just mean like any movie that had to do with Halloween. And I'm like, I don't know if I have one off the top of my head. I guess I said the first Halloween. That's what I said. But can you guys? I told him I'd ask you guys.
Ed Wood.
Ah, yeah, very good. Justin?
I mean, The Thing is just one of my favorite movies, period.
There you
So
go.
it feels like a cheat to reach for that one as like my favorite spooky season movie. But
is it Halloween? That's what like I was asking.
What's the difference? Like, how is it?
That's what I like. It has
Between
to have
horror and
be
Halloween.
related to Halloween somehow.
Ed Wood has trick or treating in it, so
Okay.
counts.
So does E.T.
I will say,
Okay.
Travis, we're doing it on ADHD DVD next week. And Haley brought up a similar point, which is it feels more like a winter movie because of how like isolated and snowy it is.
You
It's
know
like
what?
a Christmas horror.
You know what?
Right.
I kind of see his point.
Oh, man. Interesting.
That's like new.
You're talking about The Thing or?
The Thing, yes.
Yeah. Which
That's
is
like a
I'm
day
glad
after-
you're finally doing it. Oh my God, that's Haley's like favorite film, isn't it? Justin?
Oh, it might be mine, honestly.
Oh yeah, awesome.
Yeah.
'Cause and you made that. I know you made that. Had that was a cross stitch you had made for it.
She made it, yeah.
That was incredible. Yeah, incredible.
I was just listening to some guys talk about that, and it's just amazing how, The Thing flopped and ruined John Carpenter's career, even though it's fucking great.
Didn't know that it flopped.
Well, he's fine, man. He's the man. John Carpenter's the fucking man. All he does is
He's
game.
the man.
He games it. He smokes weed and plays games.
He's
video
playing
games all
2K, NBA 2K all day long.
Yeah, and collects those sweet ass residuals and just gets high and plays video games.
And I love Big Trouble in Little China is my favorite John Carpenter.
But he also does this. He occasionally, and around Halloween, does live performances in small areas in venues in LA, where he just gets up there with maybe a few other people's and is kind of geeky and goes, "This one's from The Thing," and they play all his fucking shit.
Right. I know he did the title track from Big Trouble in Little China. It's hilarious, actually. But Haphazard asked if Karate Kid's a Halloween movie because of the infamous skeleton beatdown.
Oh, okay, maybe.
Oh man, yeah, we had to carry you there, Shane. And I'm saying this as though I think it's done.
Wait a minute, we're not done.
Maybe I take it back. It's Attitude Error all the way.
But wait, there's more.
Remember when Letterman used to always bring out women dressed in like dresses like that?
No,
seriously. Oh yeah. No, he would always do it. They'd bring out flowers and stuff. They're always in sparkly sequin dresses. So when did
Shane's got a Woody.
Yes,
Shane's got a Woody.
Is that what they're chanting?
Yeah.
He ties his t-shirt around his waist. How long until he was gone from this day?
I said literally days.
Days? So is this his last appearance?
I think it may be.
Yeah. Maybe that's why they're stretching it out.
And he goes out with this whole pro WWF gimmick. Oh, he just called her something dirty.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's back like a year later with the biggest pro ECW gimmick.
Mm-hmm.
Those assholes.
Well, he was he welcome back with open arms? I can't
Pretty
remember.
much, yeah.
Yeah.
Because
then he cut a bunch of shoot promos on WWF.
It did, dude. That ECW crowd's like, they welcome anyone back. They loved everyone. Sid shows up and suddenly everyone loves fucking Sid. And they were probably shitting on him a week earlier. So. It's like when Raven came back after WCW, they fucking went crazy for him.
Oh yeah, well that was one of the great returns.
Yeah.
Ever.
That most men couldn't take in a lifetime. So Nancy, I'm gonna get you.
Oh, see, he's shooting. He called her Nancy.
Than you've ever been in your whole life. Get it down here. I am gonna give you the.
This is way too long, you guys.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, this is what I'm.
This is longer than most Triple H promos to open a Raw in 2013.
This is definitely.
This is longer than most Triple H WrestleMania main events.
Yeah, this ECW TV was a lot of this. Okay, now finally something's about to happen.
Finally, the Sandman in the Zubas. I've never been so happy to see that flag.
Apparently, Sandman has a podcast. I found out.
Oops.
I might have to listen to that just to see what the fucking.
I was gonna say, is Gary Johnson gonna go on it? I don't even know who the Libertarian candidate is this time around.
Libertarian, yeah. That Stein just.
I love it that Sandman is actually pretty smart about stuff, but he just, he just still got that South Philly voice.
Hey, the S. Berg in the chat. Thanks for joining us, man. I saw I'm trying to figure out who you are, dude. Anyways, he would be back. He says he would be back for House Party '96 in January.
Mm-hmm.
Who's that in the chat?
Oh yeah,
the guy who I saw your when you followed, I checked out your profile. It said you said Mystery Titans Theater put you in the seat. I'm wondering if we know you. SNT in YouTube. What is S? Okay, we'll have to look you up, buddy.
The seemingly impossible and unthinkable has happened. That promo segment is finally over.
He's like, we now cut back to the ring where what? What's that?
Another promo.
The Sandman. No, the Sandman has handed the microphone back to Douglas. Go, Shane, go.
Oh, fan cam.
Double play. Guardians got out of a jam. We go to the bottom of those 7.
Is this the Elks Lodge or whatever one of their
I'm not sure.
secondary?
This looks outside in a bar.
Yeah. No, yeah, I don't think it's.
Andrew WK in somebody's corner there.
There's nothing like an outdoor show. I got to see Ring of Honor outside under a tent. They were supposed to be playing the Philadelphia Armory, and that day the National Guard got activated for something, and they let them put a tent out behind the Armory, and on like a summer evening we all went out there and watched a fucking amazing wrestling show.
So Raven would go and come back?
Yeah, Raven was on the
couple more years from now.
For a while. Then he goes to WCW. He's there for a while. Then he comes back to ECW and stays for a little bit and then goes to WWE.
We got a lot of people filling this in the chat here. This was ECW Hostile in -tent. Hostile Intent.
Okay.
That's some all-time names. Some are pretty groaner. A lot of dad jokes coming out of Heyman there.
The flashing recording gimmick is really annoying.
Yeah. So
we
90s,
get it.
man.
It's a camcorder.
So 90s.
It's
so extreme.
Oh, you know, Rodney King was fresh in everyone's mind.
Yeah, right. And that's basically what it's all. You may get to see a level of violence equal to that.
It's a lot of real life.
Patient.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whereas you watch it now and it plays like a segment off of like VHS 95.
Yeah.
America's funniest home videos.
I'd love to hear Bob Saget make terrible family-friendly puns over ECW wrestling. That'd be
the Feinstein cam.
Feinstein came. Yeah, Feinstein was probably working there at the time.
Mm-hmm. Well, he was. Yeah, I think he was the one filming this, probably.
Yeah. We definitely know he was working there for the ECW show in Belmar at the bar.
He played the 6 parody character in the BWO.
How many total? That'd be a good brainbuster question, Johnny. How many total members are in the BWO, the Blue World Order?
In the Blue World Order?
Is that
3?
That's it? There's never any like additional members?
No.
That's it?
Well, 4 if you count Feinstein.
Feinstein? I don't remember.
He was the 6th, like I said, he was the 6th parody with the camera filming them.
I don't even remember.
You don't remember that?
I don't even remember that. I just remembered Stevie, Nova, and Meanie.
Yeah.
What up, boss? Good to see you, man. I know you show up.
I just can't imagine like successfully sneaking a camcorder into an arena show at this point. Now, granted, this is in a tent outside, but and I'm just, think of how chunky those video cameras would be.
Yes.
The era that this is
People
being filmed.
did, though. I mean, people did. We've got lots of footage like this.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, especially in the Northeast. There must have been like a army.
That's not a that's not a camera in my trench coat. Why, it's just my raging erection, Mr. Heyman.
There's a bee in my hat.
Yeah, that's a bee in your bonnet. BWO International, says Haphazard.
Oh,
Hollywood
yeah?
Nova, Blue Meanie, Big Stevie Cool, the X-Pac back. Thomas Inchworm Rodman.
Okay.
The three
Oh,
guys
there was
from
a
Japan.
Rodman theory,
Was
too.
this
I
all on
never saw
ECW
that.
TV? I've never seen any of this.
The X-Pac fake, says Moose.
Well, I
Yeah,
know
that
they
was
they
famed
all dressed up
constant.
like Kiss one time, so I don't know who the fourth guy was.
Are these- There is Stevie Richards, right?
There's Stevie. Stevie's awesome.
Yeah.
On this glorious night,
Look at that mullet. Holy shit.
Mm-hmm.
my
Legendary.
destiny, and became the ECW World Tag Team Champions.
Oh yeah, this is when Raven and
The best part was,
Stevie won the belts from the Public Enemy.
Inchworm Rodman is pretty funny if you think about it.
In matter of fact, I didn't even have to hook his leg. They're just a couple of wusses. What a bunch of pansies. You know, ECW fans.
I don't know. Can we say that anymore?
Are the
Pansy?
Should
Remember
bleep
when,
that one.
Yeah.
every little person.
I don't know. I think
girl should look up to in this
I'm
world.
looking at a teeter-totter with Pansy. I was like, is that so old and antiquated that it's sort
Yeah.
of just harmless
Of
now?
ECW.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I was just kidding.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. This could
Oh,
be
actual
great.
match.
Yeah. This could actually be good if they did it today, also, honestly.
Oh, no, Taz, I think, is recovering from something recently, is he not?
Surgery, yeah.
Got jumped in the parking lot. He popped into NXT, apparently.
Boy, speaking of...
Meanwhile, Scorpio for real got arrested in a parking lot a few months back.
Oh, really? It's perfect.
he-
It's a match. The match writes itself.
Yeah,
He
Hook's going to
fucking-
reveal that it was too cold this Wednesday on Dynamite.
He fucked somebody up for real.
Wild. Ooh. Haphazard, I think Scorpio killed a guy.
Did he
Did
kill him? He almost killed him, right? Hold on. I'm looking it up right now. It's so funny. Too Cold Scorpio killed a guy not in the top 11 categories of things about Too Cold Scorpio. In the search. Hold on.
Huh.
I mean, he threatened to kill multiple people in the North Korea episode of Dark Side of the Ring.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
right. That's right.
Oh, you know what? I just watched I watched the Bagwell one. Holy shit.
Yeah?
Might have been my favorite one I've ever seen.
think I've
That
seen
family
it.
was so fucked up. And
Yeah.
And the best thing is Scorpio. When he goes talking about when he found out that Bagwell was going to be a gigolo, and he's like, I laughed my ass off with his little fucking pecker. Funny.
Hilarious. Nice. Took a long
All right.
time to get here, fellas, but here we
Okay.
go. This is what I was hoping for.
Yeah.
The headline is
Into the
okay,
good stuff now.
Okay, Too Cold Scorpio arrested for violent stabbing but claims self-defense. So that happened a few months ago.
Stephen Kwan is at bat. We got runner on first. If the Guardians can win today, there is a chance my Stephen Kwan T-shirt that I ordered will arrive while they're still
Cutting it
in
over the
while they're still in the playoffs. Ooh, ouch! Ooh, hit into a double play.
Okay.
Speaking of WWF gimmicks that just fucking pissed me off and annoyed me, Too Cold Scorpio as Flash Funk.
Right.
Fuck, dude.
Hilarious. That'd be a good Halloween costume.
Yeah.
The Esberg saying, so this is the battle over who becomes the Great Pumpkin. You're right. Halloween,
Yeah,
baby.
there you go.
They just love the Flyers. They love the Philadelphia Flyers. And the Anaheim Mighty Ducks lately. Have you seen that? That was
No,
weird.
They're orange and black now.
Weird adjustment, yeah.
I feel like it would be better if the pants were black. It's too much orange as it is right now.
Yes. I think that's what it is.
Oh, they're all orange now?
Yeah. Well, it's a primary. It's the it's dominant. Let's say that.
I do like that the Sharks went all green.
Teal or
Teal,
teal.
yeah. Those are snazzy.
Any score out of Calgary? Kelly, I can't see it right now.
I checked once. There was nothing. No score.
Go ahead.
Okay, although without Flash Funk, we couldn't have had one of my favorite things I've ever seen on WWF television. When Flash Funk comes out with his two hot chicks and he's dancing, and Vince gets up and he's dancing with Flash Funk at the announce table. Come on, JR, don't you want to? And the way JR just looks at him, and this is when JR was playing heel.
Yeah.
And he just looks at him and he just roasts him
disgusted.
like fucking ass. Like it's such a real reaction
Hilarious.
from Jim Ross.
That was a big omission. He was probably the biggest omission from that
Yeah, he says
Vince
they didn't ask
documentary.
him.
I know, and they didn't even ask him.
Here's the
weird.
thing, though. I don't know. He's under contract to AEW. You think Tony Khan wants him participating?
I don't think Vince wants him.
They didn't want a critical word between the fact that Netflix jumped in bed with WWE for Raw going forward, and the whole thing was produced by Bill Simmons, who has a deal with WWE through the Ringer to begin with.
But he's also said that since this experience, he doesn't want to work with WWE on documentaries at all.
Simmons?
Yeah.
That's no surprise.
Yeah.
I did think they did a good job of using the archival footage to undercut the things that people were saying as they were saying it.
Yeah, I did the entire time I watched that. The entire time I watched that, I went, "Oh, this is a hit piece." It's being a hit piece by just telling the truth. You can watch this and realize,
it was basically just let the footage talk for itself.
Yeah, it kind of relies on your ability to identify the incongruity between what you're hearing and what you're seeing. I did wish it had more critical voices as actual talking heads, though, probably.
But I love the way they edited it to let the edit tell that story. Like, this guy tells this bullshit, this guy tells this bullshit, and then a guy tells the fucking truth.
And the guy telling the truth every time is Bret Hart.
Tony Atlas.
Tony Atlas was unreal too. Yeah.
Oh, by the way, there's a Tony Atlas chapter, of course, in the six pack. Again, I'm going to put over this book. If I can get this guy even a few sales off of this, it's my the six pack by Brad. I can't pronounce his last name. I think it's Belugian, and it just came out. I can't recommend it enough. I finished it in 3 days.
Moose said he loved it as well. Brad Balsuji.
I'm gonna give that mystery. I'm gonna give Brad that mystery. I'm gonna give Brad that Mystery Titans Theater bump of sales. Maybe. Come on, let's go.
It's on Spotify if you have a premium subscription.
Is Puam still on Spotify, Kelly? How does that work?
No.
It's
the only way you can get any Puam is straight from the SoundCloud if you have the deets, sign-in deets.
Okay, so it's all still there. That beautiful, beautiful Puam. Get it in my veins.
The only way you could get any Puam just sounded filthy. So
I know.
Mission
Sounds like a new swear word that somehow offends like 3 different groups.
Is Heyman managing Taz?
Yeah, I was gonna say something. This is like a weird period for Taz before he goes full shooter gimmick and aligns with Alfonso. Because he had broken his neck legit earlier in the year, and he must have just come back not too long before this.
They didn't have a name for the rock bottom there. Did you hear that? He's like, it's a combination suplex something. He's getting again.
The disc that don't miss.
The disc that don't miss.
Yeah.
And this would have been.
There's the T-bone Taz.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you, I don't know how well it holds up now to me, but at the time, you thought what's his face here? His name is escaping me.
Joey Styles.
Joey Styles was like, oh, this guy's the best wrestler.
Yeah, at the time it matched
it felt like that. Yeah,
the madness and
And he
whatever.
was solo. No one else was going solo.
That was so weird, and you could tell. Oh, he's a fan too. He's smart. At least for for quote unquote smart fans, it felt like he's one of us.
Ooh. And he
Beautiful.
sounds like a real proper Heyman mouthpiece, right?
Which he is.
Kind of the long. Yes. Yeah. This.
Uh-oh.
But also, dude, fucking Heyman in that McMahon documentary is the fucking worst. I fucking hated him in it. Oh, he just he cannot not lay it on thick. Ooh, to the point where it's just like, shut the fuck up.
I know. He has to make it all sound like a Shakespearean tragedy.
That backstage moment with him and Stephanie, when it's like he knows he's being filmed for the documentary as he says that,
he is so he is the carniest of carnies that ever carnied a carny.
Which is why I understand what you're saying and why I love it.
But my buddy Banner said, like, he doesn't. He's surprised he's not more widely despised for all the bullshit he did.
Oh well,
forever,
he used to
right?
be.
Yeah.
And like, if you actually love ECW, you would be mad about the way he fucked everyone over in the end.
Yes.
Well, here's the thing though. That was look at his entire career. Look at his entire career, and you can be like, all right, he fucked a lot of people during ECW. That was what, 5 years out of an entire career where he's also known to be tried to help as many people as he could post that. You know, you gotta weigh those fucking things. And by the way, the amount of people complaining about those payoffs are dwindling every day because it's the ECW locker room.
Oof.
Okay, here we go.
This is where Taz turns heel.
So Heyman's over it this
Oh,
time?
maybe it's not.
Nice.
Heyman's the owner or co-owner with Todd Gordon, and
But was he known? Okay.
But he's still an on-screen manager character as well.
Not for too much longer.
Not for much longer.
As a baby face currently as well, right?
He was,
man.
yeah. He was a
more
heel
of that.
at first.
Nice.
Of course, 'cause he was
it was a
always a
good
heel.
match, but it needed a couple more of his trademark Scorpio spots. Fonzie must die.
Yeah. And
Remember this chant on that one Happy Days episode?
Yeah, I know. They had to
When he
edit it
ran
out.
into the gorge.
Yeah.
Truly jump the shark.
When he ran into the gorge, that's the episode they don't let you see.
Yeah. You know the gorge, right, Justin?
Yeah, I
Gary,
do.
okay, Gary Marshall. I know, dude. You guys know, Kelly. You know, I am a Happy Days aficionado, and I know about this episode. It's the lost episode of Happy Days, and because Gary Marshall met the Gorge, and so, oh, this could be a good idea. And after they filmed the episode, he buried it. He buried it. It's never to be seen. It's like that movie Jerry Lewis made, The Day the Clown Cried.
Yeah. That's crazy. After they end up killing the Gorge, they eat his haunches.
Uh-huh.
Weird.
Dude, Arnold served them as burgers.
I was so happy when Max called the golden haunches because that's such a John Worster term, Justin. Hey? And he's not a John Worster or Tom Sharpling guy at all.
Well, I know exactly what you guys are talking about.
Yeah.
'Cause I've done my research. Now you do
How you
yours.
do yours? You got your
Crack a
helmet on?
book much? Don't
It
sound like you do.
Got your helmet on? You strapped in? I know what I've been saying lately, just to bug my wife, is thank you. He used to do that a lot. Thank you. And Tom be like, oh, I do not like that at all.
Billy Boy Roy feels like he would be an ECW character also.
100%. Oh, man. Oh, my God. He'd be fans with Hat Guy for sure.
It basically is like kind of, I mean, no, not at all. And I was going to say like the Sandman gimmick, essentially. A guy in ECW whose whole gimmick is just how much he loves being from Philly.
Philadelphia. Hilarious. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure someone had that gimmick. Isn't that Tommy Dreamer's gimmick?
Yeah.
But he was from Yonkers.
That's right. He's from Yonkers.
And Jenny, former guest, loves Tommy Dreamer.
I love the do not call on screen now too.
I know
Yes,
they couldn't
Show's
just put,
over.
they couldn't just put a black bar over the number. They had to put a black bar and put do not call.
Yeah, I mean, you can't.
over it as
There's
well.
no number anymore, so what are you going to call anyway? Weird.
Do not call this. Do not call. This is now a porn number.
Moose says, check out the Yonkers on women.
Well,
Speaking
I
of
guess
Yonkers.
that's for the WWE Network upload of it, right? They just block all that stuff out.
Moose, you got the first candidate for the title tonight.
Well, 'cause I don't know. Okay, here's the thing, Moose. I don't know. I've got a sick sense of humor. Even I don't know if I'm going to go with check out the Yonkers on Woman as the title of this show, just out of some sort of respect. But for you, buddy, I'm writing it down. It's going on the list, pal. Well done.
The Duke said, I love that they called it a Singapore cane instead of a kendo stick.
Well, that was because of that kid
Mm-hmm.
in Singapore, the one who, the American
spray painted
Yeah.
something. Yeah.
And everyone here was so horrified. Oh, that poor kid.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone I knew was like, fucking hit him
Michael
with
Fay.
the fucking cane.
Moose says, Michael Fay.
Yeah.
Just
When I heard
another
the
one of
details-
those 90s scandals.
Oh my
When I
God.
heard the details
More
of
Shane
it,
Douglas mic time. Jesus
I know,
Christ.
right?
Just leave already.
I know, right? When
I
I
just
heard
wanted
the
to make it
details
clear
of
I did not have an erection earlier.
I think this is actually the booking decision. Like the thought behind it is,
Will you
we're
marry-
gonna make sure.
Todd Gordon's like, what if I blow you? Will you stay? We need all the stars we can get.
We're gonna give this guy enough rope to hang himself tonight and make sure no one misses him.
But then that didn't happen.
Right.
Yeah, man. Maybe that's what they wanted everyone to be sick of him. Maybe that's what it was.
Definitely. Oh, he hits Todd Gordon.
Look at the sell by Kelsey Grammer there. This guy, I heard this performance got him the role as Beast in X2.
Wow. Lately, every time
Another
I turn
fine mess you've gotten us into, Niles.
I have to correct you there, Travis. He's actually Beast in X3. In X2,
Pardon me.
Beast is played by Vancouver actor Steve Basic.
Oh, thank
He used to
you.
be a regular customer at the Rogers
appreciate
video
it.
that I worked at.
Oh,
back
yeah?
in the day,
Nice.
Which Rogers video did you work at?
The one at 17th and Lonsdale in North Van.
Oh, okay, you're a North fan. Because
and
I
Steve
worked.
would come in sometimes. He was working on like a Coast Guard show at the time, I think.
Yeah.
But I would just like lean over to my coworkers and be like, "See that guy? That was Dr. Hank McCoy in X-Men 2, X2 X-Men United."
See, I worked at I think I've told you, I worked at a Blockbuster, the one that's on Oak and 16th, and now it's like a real estate. But there was a Rogers, this is how big video stores were, like a block over, that we would get, every once in a while, we would get things dropped off incorrectly at from the Rogers and the Blockbuster, and we'd have to bring them over. And one
Same thing
time,
in North Van, we had a Blockbuster a block up from us on Lonsdale. Exact same thing.
and so Blockbuster was famous for not having any a back room, so to speak, right? But Rogers did have an adult section, and one time somebody accidentally dropped off their adult ones, and we kind of thought that they might come back to pick them up. I remember this very clearly. And if they did, they were going to ask like, which ones, what movie do you think they were? Like we were really trying to put him on the spot, and it happened, and he was like, "Skin flick," and you're like, I guess, hey, that's how you're going to handle it. Well done, pal.
Well, yeah, I had to call the late list when late fees were still a thing. Like
Yes.
phone people and leave a message and say
Like
that
the
their
scene in
movies were
Clerks.
late. And anytime I was calling about a porno, I'd be like, there's a movie that's overdue on your account, and I'd be talking to like the wife basically most of the time. She'd
Yes.
be like, what movie is it? I'm like, he knows what movie. You think He knows. Just tell him he's got a movie that's due.
Oh,
Here we go. Now we get White Zombie.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that was
Since ECW was generally aired late nights on Saturdays, okay, you're the right age. You get home from the bar or whatever, or you're at the bar and this shit's on. You're like, fuck yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It was always whenever I would see it, it'd be like 1 in the morning. Yeah.
Yeah.
And this feels like exactly like what Warzone era Raw is, just copying wholesale.
Yeah. Or trying.
Oh yeah,
to
totally.
Total copy.
This is what we saw before. We're gonna
So
see
we're
that
gonna get
Raiders
the
jacket.
beginning again. Yeah.
Hardcore
Hypnotic.
heaven. Look at all these white people with no rhythm.
Hey, no, Hack guy noticeably going the wrong way.
Look at this. It looks like a bunch of
Hack guy, the least rhythm of anybody there. It's like Steve Martin in The Jerk.
I've said it before. I've always regretted that I never took advantage and went there and saw ECW.
I know, that's what I was shocked
until
to hear.
the last one.
Yeah.
It was, and we didn't know it was the last one. I wasn't reading Meltzer.
I don't think it was ever announced as the last one.
It wasn't, because they had they had 4 more shows in general. But it was the day after Christmas. Me, Danzo, and my buddy Fowler went, had a great fucking time at the ECW arena, and they were out of business 3 weeks later.
Oh man, I remember those mailboxes flying off the shelves because everybody wanted to write eat shit on them because of Public Enemy. It was the show me the money.
Okay, did you guys have? You were watching WCW in the 90s. I had a total soft spot for Public Enemy there as well, because I knew they weren't great, but I thought they had a ton of charisma. I liked them because I'd seen them here.
Yeah, they were over in WCW.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought they were good. Oh, here we go.
Jesus.
Here's who you didn't see in WCW.
1-0 Calgary, end of first period.
Who scored?
Here we go.
I want to get I wish I could like QR code that
Coleman,
shirt.
assisted by Backlund.
That jacket is just unreal.
Yeah.
Okay, there is a lot of sociological things to be said about this match when you look at it for just a second.
What do you think that jacket sells for online today? Like
That's what I mean. Like QR, see how
$900. Yeah.
That's what I'm asking. Oh, it's like shiny on the back too.
Diamond encrusted.
That's what I said. Get buried in that thing, New Jack. Esberg saying he was a big fan of the Public Enemy back then. You can feel the heat for this. Nice. There we go. Holy shit.
Oh yeah, well the
Guessing
gangsters'
that
reputation
Blades.
preceded them with the hardcore fans
Yeah.
from
And
Smoky
also-
Mountain.
What also their reputation preceded them, and what made them heels
You can see
in
the blade
Smoky
happen
Mountain
there.
made
Look
them
at
baby.
that kid. Yeah, I love it. That's a famous part, right? That's a famous moment, right? That kid. giving-
That's happened. It happened every
mean,
Saturday in ECW.
Yeah.
The fucking
That's awesome.
no, but what made them heels in Smoky Mountain made them baby faces when they got to ECW.
Right.
I would hope that that's like a policy decision at the gate. Is like cripples to the front every time.
It totally is.
If you're willing to give this to a wrestler, you can sit front row.
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah. Just know you're on your own on the way out.
Dude, there was a medical. Dude,
Well,
I've been
2
there.
of you can go arm in arm, and you'll get out that way.
Justin, I've been there. There's a medical supply store around the block. They just bought the shit there.
Yeah. Hilarious.
Fair.
No, there was a dollar store there. That's where people would buy the cheap pots and
That's
pans to hand the wrestlers.
Right. They
I saw someone OD.
Rocco Rock was 42 at this point.
Yeah, he wasn't young.
When we did go to ECW while we were waiting outside in the line, some motherfucker got so fucked up he passed out and hit his head on the concrete. It's all over and had to get dragged out by Yeah, his girlfriend had to put him in a car, so I got
Do
to
the
see
old
that in
Mary
South Philly.
Poppins or the Penguin. It's using the point and the. Never seen that.
Oh, real quick, once again, gonna put over the Penguin on HBO. It's my favorite thing on TV right now.
Wow. I love Colin Farrell, man. Yeah. I mean, like,
It's tremendous. He's
I don't
tremendous.
watch a
The
lot
show's
of.
great.
It's just series these days. I don't. But
This one's got me. Like I
let
said,
alone superhero stuff.
well,
But,
no, well, that's just it. This is
Yeah.
it's not well. The last
but it's
episode,
within the what's his face Pattinson Batman world, right?
yes, but
Is that the
Yeah,
vibe?
yeah, but you never in the first, I guess, 5 episodes now or 4, I'm not sure. The last one kind of gives you a reminder of the world you're living in, because up until that point, you're like, okay, this is just the Sopranos in Gotham, because there's nothing superhero-y about it. It's a mob
Cool.
show.
Okay. All right. Sounds interesting. Yeah.
Oh, that hurt
I
my
am the table.
insides.
Yep.
Are they they're sending them to WCW?
Yeah.
That's what's going on.
And them into a body bag.
Nice.
Delivering them to Bischoff in a body bag. Here you go.
What did they say to OJ? Keep up the
We
good work.
want a lynching.
We
Oh
want a
my-
lynching.
Jesus
okay,
Christ.
they didn't blur that out.
That's fucked up. Yeah. No shit, Johnny.
But you know what? That was aimed at Public Enemy. I mean, at Public Enemy. That was not aimed. Yeah, that was
At
Hat Guy.
Chuck D and Flavor Flav? What?
Yeah.
What do they have to do with? Nice elbow.
Yeah, because I think they are leaving. I think the Public Enemy are leaving.
Not. I think they're.
Shit.
If I'm not mistaken, their final night is the first night back for Shane Douglas.
Special delivery.
January
Yeah.
96.
It was a Columbia
No,
house.
these two teams feud for
in there for sure.
That's right. Right. Anyway, I still think that wasn't aimed at dude.
I can remember.
I don't know. I mean, that sign guy.
That fan
kind
is-
of a putz.
Yeah,
I recognize those fans. They do nothing. I work in the boombox every now and again in July.
Oh,
La 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 la. He starts doing the. Man, look at the dust on the back of that fan. Somebody should have cleaned that up earlier.
okay. When are you gonna pay all the veterans downstairs to let you do a spot where they're down there drinking and someone brawls down there?
Oh, dude. Oh my God.
If you're
Once
on
we
TV,
have TV, yeah, when we're
Yeah.
on TV.
Yeah, when
But
you're-
also, our relationship with the Legion right now is strained at best.
tenuous.
Yeah.
Gee, I wonder
What
why.
a drag. And yeah, it's fucked up. I mean, they redid it. I don't know if you've seen. I think they want to make it a wedding venue, but TBD.
Really? Okay.
Here we go.
Public Enemy would stay until January, the same night Shane comes back.
That's what I said, motherfucker.
Public Enemy have Violent by Design written on their jersey.
Nice, Kelly.
And was TNA trying to reference Public Enemy when they had their Violent by Design stable with Eric Young a few years ago? And Moose says, very unlikely.
No. I would say that was complete. I'm honest. No, probably a complete coincidence.
LA Kings colors, of course.
Yeah. Everything
What are we
was
looking at?
silver
What are we
and
looking
black.
at?
Yeah,
over
4
here.
guys who came to the ring sporting black, white, and silver.
Yeah, I know.
It was.
It's like that. It's like that. Bruno, Orndorff, Piper, Orton match where they all
right.
wore
All
blue,
blue.
all in
Yeah.
blue trunks.
Oh no, doesn't New Jack have some purple
Yes.
shirt there?
It's got a lot of red. I've noticed as well. In his face.
Yeah, no kidding.
Ooh,
Those are real tables. I guess they're always, well, I don't know about WWE. Fuck.
Big Christmas at the plate. 2 out, runner on first.
look at that blood on that table.
I know. Wild.
Could sell that for a pretty penny.
Ooh, what the hell? I thought that, oh no, it's a frying pan.
Yeah,
I thought
that was
for
a knife
second.
too.
Yeah, he's got a knife.
But that's like I said, there was like a dollar store
Thanks,
basically.
brother. What is it? Yeah,
There was
hilarious.
a dollar
It's
store
all
next-
coming from that one kid. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, well, they did fans bring the weapons matches and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, all the time. Can you imagine being the owner? The owners of that dollar store loved Paul Heyman. They got to fucking sell every shitty
Another chair, just like
frying pan.
Gosh.
We got here wiffle ball bats.
That's what we would use in TWF, Kelly.
Yeah, we did.
Plastic bats when we'd wrestle on my trampoline when we were in high school.
Okay, one of those hard
Junior
wiffle
high
ball bats,
and a little bit of high school.
One of those hard wiffle ball bats would smart. Right across
the ones
bridge
we
of your
had
nose.
didn't. There was one that was like a mad ball, but it was a bat. Do you remember that, Kelly? It would only hurt if you did it on the back of the head of the mad ball, but not where the carving was, because that would hurt. Not as soft.
I don't remember anyone getting hurt in all the years.
There's some footage where you're surprised.
Considering how dumb we were.
Yeah, we were pretty dumb.
All this crazy shit.
They're using a keyboard from a computer as a weapon. Someone brought that. I think this is a fans bring the weapons match.
Yeah,
yeah. It's a dweeby gimmick. And...
Bringing new meaning to the phrase keyboard warrior.
I think it's a dweeby gimmick in modern indie wrestling for sure.
Definitely, but here,
yeah,
this is almost 30 years ago.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Believe it or not.
When you hear it now, it's like,
okay, that's ECW.
Yeah, I know.
ECW in and of itself was awesome. Everyone just trying to do it still
right.
or
You're
forever.
Right.
It had its moment.
Well said, sir.
It had to be that crowd. It had to be in that crowd, based out of that city.
It was like.
Yeah. It fits with the history of the city, the history of wrestling in the city,
and the fact that both of the other promotions were dog shit.
Yeah, it was punk rock. It was saying we got to rip it up and start again. And that's what happened.
Is that? Crowbar? No.
Devon Storm?
No, it's a croquet mallet. It's like left over from. Oh no, Raven hadn't done Johnny Polo yet, had he? Or
yes, he brought. He had. Oh yeah, it's Ravens. They stole it from Raven's locker.
Yeah.
He still keeps his Johnny Polo mallet.
Ridiculous. Really digging deep with those between the legs shots.
Anytime I just need to be entertained, I'll find a Raven shoot interview about anything and listen to it for a little on YouTube because I love him. He's so smart and one of the funniest guys in wrestling.
Yeah, Randy Myers loves him too. He's always. He got to do a Q&A with him here in Vancouver.
Oh, that's awesome.
It's not even fully set up.
Ooh, here we go.
Here we go. Oh.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh.
Just a regular pet.
And then Public Enemy, go to WWF and piss off Bradshaw and Ron Simmons. Other people too. Apparently,
it was a very short.
Yeah, apparently they came in with like a big fucking attitude about shit or something. The exact story, and they did get stiff. They beat the shit out of them on Raw, but when you hear the story, you kind of go, "What were you thinking, guys? You shouldn't have been behaving that way."
It's almost as though ECW didn't prepare them for the real world.
But they had just spent They had just spent 3 years in WCW.
Oh yeah.
Someone in the chat probably knows the exact story, so have at it.
It would have been much different if they had been allowed to go to the performance center, I think is what Travis
yes. Like that isn't a place that gives people brainworms lately.
Yeah.
Somebody said
they need
Jesus
to learn
Christ.
how to perform to the hard cam and also fully buy into QAnon.
Yes. Ugh, it sucks so much, man.
Two prerequisites.
It's weird. What's her name? Who's back? Blonde hair. Suplexus, Texas says our friend Steve calls her. What's her name? Damn it. Anyway, she's like a big time Trump supporter.
Who the broad who tweeted some dumb shit the other day?
But that was another one.
In NXT?
No, remember? Yeah.
Broad, listen to me.
Somebody knows in the chat. Ini Kamosi, are they still playing I'm trying to see who's coming
Holy
here.
shit.
Is this
Travis?
What's up?
Travis, you just blew my mind. All these years, I thought Ini Kamosi was the name of the guy singing it. I didn't know it was the name of the band.
I think they are a band. Yeah.
I'm serious. I was like,
are they still around? Do you think they play like
just this song?
Summer festivals?
Yeah, definitely.
No, they sang Bad Boys, didn't they?
I don't know that song.
Yeah, they sang the theme song from Cops, dude.
They don't sing that, do they?
No, that was a different, same time period, but different.
No.
Yeah.
That band is booked at rodeos all over the western United States.
Travis, I believe the gal you were referencing is the one who just came back from injury because she's got knees like late-stage Kevin Nash.
Yeah.
She's also apparently a full-blown MAGA person, which I did not know. Nikita Lyons is.
There you go. Thank you, Nikita Lyons.
That one. There's that one. Yeah.
I mean, gosh, she's something. She's something. She's a physical specimen for sure. But sounds. I think she recorded a song that was like January 6th related. Inner Circle, says Berg. Thank you. Inner Circle.
Yeah, here's what they need to teach at the Performance Center: media literacy. Travis, maybe you could get a job down there.
Oh no! Shawn Michaels has got it. Shawn Michaels is all over that.
Need to appeal.
Is what's his face still there too? Fucking Road Dogg, or is he gone? That guy's the fucking worst.
If he's anything, he's a gopher.
Yeah,
I think he's just a podcast guy now. I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
The public enemy cosplayers.
This guy in the tank top.
This is going to go on for
Look
another.
at the guy in the tank top and the shorts.
I'll be right back.
Right here. He is having his best life.
Oh my god. Awesome.
This is awesome, maybe you think about it. Look at this fat fuck gonna fall in.
Squeeze through the middle row.
Oh, here we go. We saw, this
There's
guy.
Diener.
There's my man. Doing the belt thing. That guy's got it all figured out. He's not getting in that ring. He's standing right there, hard cam. That guy's been to the Performance Center. He knows where to look at the fucking camera.
Bunch of angry young men.
Have a little update that I was saving for when you got back, Travis, which
What's
is that Road Dogg does work in WWE, and he is the senior vice president of live events, and also the color commentator of WWE Main Event. But he is no longer creatively in charge of SmackDown, and for that we are thankful.
Number one, I didn't know that show was even still around.
Hey guys, look who's here saying hey.
Hey!
The Archduchess herself.
Wow, hey, how you doing?
All right. What's that smell? Is that you? All right. Thanks for coming back.
All right.
Here we go. The long con continues.
Time warp back. Not far from where we just were. How far is Allentown from Philly, Jim?
I'm not sure, but not far.
Not too far. So Allentown, 1981.
It's more.
Long
It's farther.
con continues.
Yeah, it's farther west. It's definitely west of Philadelphia,
Yes.
but
I don't know if I don't know if you were here the last time, or if was the Killer Khan dead the last time you were here, Justin? Can you remember off the top of your head? Anyways, when he passed away, we did a brief tribute, and by accident we had him on the next show among our things, and we decided from now until we stop doing this, we will always have a Killer Khan match or appearance or segment or whatever on our show, and we call it the Long Con.
All right.
so it's either we run out of Killer Khan on YouTube or Daily Motion or what have you, or until one of us dies.
I think we were watching like 1976 NWA when I was on.
Sounds about right. Welcome to Mystery Titans Theater.
This is a nightmare factory, says Bird.
This is the good stuff.
So we got Khan and George Steele managed by Freddie Blassie, and we got SD Jones and a very young Kurt Hennig.
Wow! Oh my God, look at his hair. I must have missed that in the match lineup, or I would have been more excited for this.
Yeah, he was there for a good almost 2 years.
Yeah, no, I remember. We saw some.
And SD wasn't a slouch here. He was sort of being pushed. There he is.
Oh, we got Albano too.
Oh, out of Baltimore. Okay. Special Delivery Jones, one of the great names. You know, but he was the biggest winner of all time, or he was in the ring. Just name alone, that's up there. That's in the top 10.
And one of our faves. Moose saying the SD Jones chapter in Six Pack is really good.
There's not an SD Jones chapter, but he's mentioned a lot. He's in the Tony Atlas. So. Once again, the Six Pack. Buy the physical copy. Read a book old-fashioned. Like a real man. Like a real man.
I will say, I just was listening to Becky Lynch, her autobiography, as an audiobook, and I feel like I made the right decision in hearing her tell the story as opposed to reading it.
That sounds awesome.
I could see that.
I've heard Sharpling's, going back to our buddy, his audiobook is really special too. I haven't read his book, but I think that's when I do, it'll be like that.
Here comes Killer Khan now.
I was going to say I could lend it to you, but I think it's in a box, possibly on Hornby Island right now, so maybe a little while making its way to you.
No problem. Okay.
I do have it though.
It's been on Christmas list for the last 2 years and it never showed up.
More vicious than Killer Khan and George the Animal Steel.
Oh yeah. Okay, so we got two managers. And that's what I want. I want a recreation of the Albano sleeveless top with his picture on the back, his whole get up here.
SD looking on helpless at the moment.
The Duke says I like to think of him as Speedy Delivery Jones. Big Mr. Rogers guy. Correct as usual, King Friday.
Crowd is red hot.
You need 3 referees
Yeah.
there when you have the
Okay, you know, I love Mr. Rogers, and I watched that documentary, Make You Cry, but he definitely had a mean side because Lady Elaine, the ugliest woman puppet of all time, was
based on his sister.
sister-in-law.
I thought it was just his sister.
I thought it was his sister-in-law, but either way.
There you go. It sounds like the Road Dogg's no longer, or hasn't done main event for a while.
What did he get him with?
I guess Wikipedia lied to me.
What was that?
I don't know.
Bottle of milk?
I thought it was like a cup of water, like you'd have in boxing or something in the corner. But,
Look at those shorts
Right,
on Albano.
maybe.
What a specimen this man is.
Straight from the beach, baby.
That should be my Halloween. We're having a Halloween party on the 2nd. If I can figure out a way to I can recreate this. I can make this happen.
You must have a referee that's going to maintain order if it's at all possible.
I'll just go as Albano. I can make a pair.
Oh, dude, yeah.
Yeah,
you were going to be Albano if you ever did that Manager of the Year
right.
film.
But no, one of my favorite pair of jeans just recently, both knees have got tears in them, and I'm not 18 in the 80s anymore, so it's time to turn these into shorts anyway. And I'll just use a Hawaiian shirt and get a wig. Put some rubber bands in the beard.
I want to say he was born in 59. 58, 59.
Who's that, Henning?
Yeah.
Albano.
Yeah, I think he was like 43 when he died. So that
yeah, he was ridiculous.
About right.
That's a drag.
Okay, I saw this on Twitter today, and it's one of those crazy things because the Motor City Machine Guns debuted WWE the other day.
Hello, guys.
And I love those guys, right? They're like 40 and 41. And then someone compared it to when the Rock and Roll Express first appeared on WWF in like 93, when they were pretty much considered on a big time level washed up, 35 and 37.
Crazy.
Yeah. Crazy.
That bodes, that could be good for our boys, Sinner and Saint. Hey, Justin.
Oh, yeah.
Barefoot, Al.
Oh, yeah, barefoot. And I don't know if I'm going to do the barefoot thing at the party. I don't want everyone staring at me. Okay, Al, dude, somewhere Monsoon's jerking off, looking at look at all
This is a promise. This one's for you. I'll tell you what, Monsoon.
Travis, I was going to say, I've been getting a lot of mileage from the fact, except that's not true. I haven't mentioned it at all to anyone, because who cares? But this seems like an appropriate venue to mention. I'm on the call for Josh Alexander versus Travis Williams.
Right.
Live from the Vancouver Convention Center.
Wow. Awesome.
Which was their first in-ring encounter, and that's pretty fun to think about, given what's going on now.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, we should watch that.
Okay, I've started DVRing TNA now because I went to Sling because it's cheaper than YouTube TV, and it has Access, which has New Japan and TNA on it, and I've been seeing a lot of the TNA talent showing up, and as I watch WWF right now, and because I'm like, hey, it's better than it's been since 1984. You know, just as far as the television show, as far as the television show goes. And I'm seeing people from TNA. I'm like, oh, I like these guys, or I like these gals, or whatever. So I was like, I should take this. And then when I found Sinner and Saint are on the TV now, I'm like, okay, so I'm definitely gonna watch this every week or fast forward to it because the weekly show is like 2.5 hours of wrestling. I'm just like, I got to fast forward through a lot of wrestling, but the fact that Sinner and Saint are on TV, I'm like making sure to watch them.
I love the backstage segment they had early on with Josh Alexander, where they're talking about like cinching up wrist locks in the back. Yeah. And Josh walks in and goes, "What are you guys talking about?" And Judas just goes, "Wrestling."
Awesome.
Good.
Awesome. Yeah.
Good. Yeah, good.
A draw?
A draw?
A wild and woolly affair.
I know we're live here.
Here he's coming in with this
What is this?
bowl of
It looks
rice.
like it has a handle.
Like, I don't know what it is.
Is that this? It's a giant coffee mug.
Yeah. It was full. What was it full of? It was hilarious. Good freeze frame. Oh man, I wish we could get that as a thumbnail.
It looks like SD just roped all over the ring.
All right. Hey, it's been a minute. I've worked with Lamorne Morris. You guys know that.
Yeah,
I do. Yeah.
Emmy award-winning Lamorne Morris, right? Didn't he win an Emmy? He did recently. He's been promoting himself a lot about winning an Emmy. I think for his portrayal of what's his face? Or
For
he's
the
been
BMO commercials, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. Yep. It's been game changers. Yeah. They don't usually nominate. Usually they say those for the Cleos.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Cleos. I thought about the
Everybody
Cleos.
was just talking about him. It's got the whole town buzzing. Performance of the year.
Hey, do the Cable Ace Awards still exist? Remember the Cable Ace Awards?
Yeah, I know. I do. For whatever reason, there was a period of time where I was kind of a sucker if there was an award show on, and I just watch it when I was single and in my 20s on weekend. But there was a few I never gave a shit about, like the ESPYs or the Cable Ace Awards or the what was the one
Cleos.
you just mentioned?
The Cleos.
I had one a couple weeks ago.
The Cleos pissed me off because I'm like, for commercials, fuck you. I'm not watching an entire thing about commercials.
It was the 50th anniversary of the American Music Awards a couple weeks ago, and I felt like I had been living in another dimension because I've never heard of it before. And the whole broadcast is just making a huge meal out of their rich history. I felt like I was from another planet.
Yeah, hilarious.
There was a
no, there was a time I would get excited to watch American Music Awards.
Okay,
when I was like preteen for sure.
Okay, but this is Makabe versus.
Oh yeah. Sarian. Yeah. Jesus. Yeah. Explain. And it's also from.
Let's talk about.
I saw where you got this from. This is from Scott Henson's YouTube channel, right?
3, 2, 1. Oh, I don't know. Is it? I've had it saved for quite a while because it's a Canadian tuxedo match.
Yeah.
Canadian tuxedo match. That's okay. That's tremendous.
Yes.
Fantastic.
So 3, 2, 1 battle. So this is Seattle, right?
Yeah.
So what year was this?
2016, I believe.
2016. All right.
So 3, 2, 1 had the live commentary the way SOS does, I guess.
I always find that odd.
Yeah.
Unless it's a comedy promotion.
Yeah.
I don't care for it. I don't care for it. Let me just why am I trying to be diplomatic? I fucking hate it. It stinks. It would be it comedy or anything. It's like, I don't like it. I think
a lot of hand holding.
I watched Luigi Primo versus an Evil Slice of Pizza match from PWR in Austin that had live jokey commentary, and it felt like it fit the match. But
given that, sure.
For something like this, it doesn't. Yeah.
Sarian's going to be at October 25th show, tagging with Izzy.
Hell yeah.
And Boom.
I don't know about nowadays, but for a very long time, if any indie in like Philadelphia, I think, tried this live commentary and guys trying to be funny and shit, they'd just get shouted down and cursed at.
They would be thrown at. They would have batteries thrown into their temples.
Someone would projectile vomit on them.
Yes. Mm-hmm. They would find a way to boo Santa Claus and Ashley Simpson.
Look, I get it, but
and Beyonce. Didn't they boo Beyonce? Didn't Philadelphia boo Beyonce once?
Probably.
Am I wrong,
dude? But like I said, I grew up as a live wrestling fan in those crowds in the 80s. I understand my people.
It was great. Dude, I loved at that Dean show you went to how much they all used that Dean's chair. Hey, that's fucking rad.
Oh, nice, Dan.
Fuck.
Yeah, the Dean's chair thing was great. That whole thing, the whole Dean show was just, I was just thinking about that the other night. And just what a wonderful experience that was.
Do they still do live commentary to this day?
SOS does. 3-2-1 battle's gone.
Is it?
Oh. Yeah.
No. Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, get out of here.
Mm-hmm.
And also, like, the thing that I don't like about it, especially, because there were a couple of NEW shows where I was floated the option of doing that. And I don't want Like, unless the wrestler is on commentary or next to the commentary table, I don't want what I'm doing to interact with the show, you know? I don't want them to be responding to the things that I'm saying. That is inserting myself into the match in a way that I do not want as a commentator.
Exactly. It's like, all right, it's like to put it in wrestling terms, it's putting yourself over to the live crowd while these guys are trying to put themselves over to the live crowd. You know,
they're having to react to what you're doing, which distracts from the story that they're telling.
Those guys, okay, that whatever line that asshole just said got some laughs from these chuckleheads. Laughs in the middle of what's supposed to be a serious, violent match, even though it's a tuxedo match. It stinks.
See, Sarian is busted open. Look at that young buck. What year is this?
2016.
8 years ago. Wow. We've got 2 shows, 2 open slots left for the rest of 2023, and Dan's gonna let us know if he can make the December date.
I thought this would send maybe some good vibes to make that happen.
Yeah.
Kelly's trying to send some good vibes out in the universe because we have talked about it. And you know what? I'm going to predict it. I think it's definitely going to happen. Our friend Daniel.
He is retired now. He doesn't have to work on Saturdays.
Our friend, I predict this. Our friend Daniel Makabe, the wrestling genius, will be a future guest on Mystery Titans Theater. It's just a matter of when we can make it happen.
This looks like Halloween as well, a little more color, but also Sarian is dressed like Malcolm McDowell in Clockwork Orange.
Or in A Good Humor Man.
Yes, with the gloves, yes. Oof!
This is like sub 1998 Jerry the King Lawler level insertions of humor. No disrespect. I mean, I guess a fair amount of disrespect intended.
Yes.
But,
yeah.
You know what?
For Lawler commentary, yes. For Lawler as a wrestler.
No. I mean, for the
3-2-1
battle commentators.
Oh, yeah.
But
I'm sure are nice people, but you know.
But I'll tell you.
No. And from what I know, everybody had a great time working here. I don't know much because, like I said, I think they wrapped up.
Did they get paid?
Yep. And I think they wrapped up soon to around the time.
Oh, here we go.
Like shortly after we kind of became part of the scene. Fuck yeah.
So do they have to tear the clothes off of each other too, like a normal tuxedo match?
We'll find out.
I'm hoping so.
Yeah, I think so.
Hold on. Like an American tuxedo match? I don't know what a Canadian tuxedo match's rules are.
I did hear one of the commentators earlier mention that we were here to see them shed denim.
Well, they'll just be extra pasty. That's but also, ooh,
that was sick.
This is based out of the States. This is based out of Washington, I believe.
Yeah.
It's close enough.
But both of these guys are Canadian. Or I think Sarian's American. Duke and Berg are both happy we're talking over the commentary.
That is true. I hate to I don't want us to go off about Happy Days.
I know.
The Makabe match, but I do want us to somehow talk about this over these assholes. Come on, there's 4 of us. We can do it. We can do a 4-man announce booth just like AEW.
Yeah, but as far as you know, like these, what we're referring to as these assholes could be like 2 really well-respected guys in the Pacific Northwest right now. And
it's just the role that they've been placed in, right? That's what I was trying to drive at earlier.
Yeah. Agreed.
I'm sure I'd get along great with these guys, so I don't want to start no shit.
Oh, this is the place to start a fucking feud on this show. Come on, man.
I love it. Double juice. Kelly, did you know?
I just went based on the Canadian tuxedo. That's all I needed.
Well, dude,
I'm going to talk to him on
the fact that he's wearing
Friday about it.
Okay, look, when this match started and I saw all white, I was like, oh, this guy's going to be bleeding. Right. It's a tradition in wrestling, you know, like shitting in bags and cocaine.
And like I
Yankees
said
have-
earlier, I narrowly avoided being in a similar spot, right? For
Right.
our Nat Bailey Stadium show, they were considering putting the commentary live on the PA
That could have
system.
been even worse with the echoes outside.
Yeah, I was strongly nixing that idea.
Yeah.
But
Oh, they wanted you to do that at an outdoor show?
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Were they on cocaine?
Big strikeout. We'll leave that one in.
Oh,
Big strikeout. 2 outs in the bottom of the 10th. With the Yankees have 2 on.
Oh, look at this. This is awesome.
Or top of the 10th, pardon me. Ooh, he just went on tried to pull back.
This match is so good.
I'm imagining you guys are watching this baseball game.
It's eclipsing the fact that I hate the
Yeah.
bullshit.
Oh yeah, like no. It's a beautifully paced, and you can see.
No, it's a bloodbath to beat the shit out of each other, and it's doing my favorite thing. You have a silly gimmick match, but it's being taken fucking seriously, and it's a bloodbath. This brings to mind this. Okay, I'm gonna do my best, Parvy. I can't go get the puppet, but like this brings to mind a reminiscence of the steel cage match between Hacksaw Jim Duggan and Ted DiBiase in Mid-South. The steel cage tuxedo.
Miner's glove.
Miner's glove. It was every gimmick.
Holy shit!
Oh my
Loser leaves
god!
town.
We should do that on the Patreon someday. That match.
I like the way too
Running
that he
drop kicks.
tied the jacket to the rope to pull it off,
Nice.
as though he did a submission on the
1,
jacket
2.
arm, basically.
Oh.
I guess it's not a strip
No.
tuxedo or close-off match because they're going for pins.
I was kind of thinking, I'm like, are they really going to try to? They're not going to really strip each other naked in this fucking match, right? Okay.
I mean, when you advertise it as a tuxedo match, I mean, Daniel's wearing a
American rules.
Canadian. He's
Kelly,
wearing a
that's a-
Canadian tuxedo, but Sarian isn't.
Mhm.
He was wearing white denim.
Oh, I guess
Those
the
are white
pants
jeans, and it
denim.
was
Uh-huh.
a
Yeah.
The white
Oh, that's
shirt
it.
isn't denim.
The
Canadian
dog's
tuxedo
tapping out.
has to be
Hilarious.
pants,
She was saying that's enough.
denim. I know.
Wow.
The Hellfire Club.
Duke saying maybe they have to get the 3 count to strip off the tuxedo.
Oh yeah, they're gonna play the Rick. They play the Rick music, and he's slowly. No, it's gonna be like Coco at the end of Fame, just slow and weird and sad. Don't cry, Coco.
Did you know I was in Fame, Johnny, in high school?
You did mention that once. Did
Yeah.
you?
And do you remember who I played?
Yes, I do remember who you played. You played the African American character.
Yes, Tyrone
If I'm
Jackson.
not mistaken. You were
I'd
Tyrone,
forgotten.
the ballet dancer. The
We
ballet
lived in
about
Calgary.
that.
Did I mention we lived in Calgary?
dancer.
What grade was that?
Grade 12. It was with the shitty drama teacher, remember?
Yes.
Flemmer.
Miss Flemmer.
Glimmer.
Okay.
Stunk.
Then she clearly must have stunk. She clearly must
He
have
stunk.
stunk.
He
It
stunk.
was
He
a
stunk.
man.
Okay, fine. Okay,
I
I'm
was
sorry.
also Tom Sawyer under his watch, though, in the lead in.
I
Tom
did
Sawyer.
watch that. I don't.
But
I don't think
you
I
can't
saw
do a
Fame.
musical. You can't do a musical in such a small school.
Right.
Oh,
Oh,
I'm
here's the other thing. You're doing Fame. Like, if you're at an all-white school, there's an entire
Fuck.
history of all-white.
Juan Soto
Well, it wasn't
three-run
all white.
shot.
There just wasn't any
Juan
black.
Soto 3-run shot in the 10th.
through the
Fuck.
tax. Juan Soto through the tax.
Fuck, literally off that thing.
So
Heartbreak in Cleveland. Heartbreak in Cleveland.
All they've done
Is that the
hit
end?
homers,
Is that the end for him, or
box bombers.
Fuck. No, we still have to come back. Fuck.
No, that's done. So I'm sorry.
Should be. Yep.
Yeah.
oh, now it's the, see, you're right.
Pristine white denim.
Solid
Oh,
steel.
shut
Damn
I don't
it.
care if these guys are nice guys. You stink. I'm in Colorado. I don't. It doesn't matter for me.
I only want the crowd to hear the commentary if they're sitting too close to the table. That's basically it. And I'm
That's
very
it,
loud,
right?
so
I don't want to watch any more of this. I want to switch to the Flames game instead. But
Probably a good idea.
well,
Oh,
Well, you could
rules,
miss
dude.
dude, I've gone from
magical.
hopeless. Yeah, I did.
He's
I
talking
like
about
now.
the baseball game, John.
I'm talking about
Oh.
baseball. Sorry, I've got a bunch of things going on at once here. Trying to chat with the Duke in the chat.
Kraken tied it. When it rains, it pours. Oh, man.
that little wind-up punch from Makabe there, called the big unit.
Nice.
Nice. That's the kind of punch that'll kill a bird in mid-flight.
Man, there's a there's
Dave
a
Winfield.
in my classroom. I'm really lucky. I'm fortunate. I have a classroom downtown, but I get a longer one because we have the drama section, so they give us a little more room in the back. But in one of our windows, a pigeon has clearly hit the window and left an imprint where you can see like his face, and where he's like his last thing, like. And every time I show it to, like, doesn't matter if it's the students or teachers or administration, they're like, "That's incredible," and it's clear as day. It's clear as day, and it makes you see how filthy pigeons are from the mark it's left. Like, it's all like grime, right? At like full speed, grime at full speed at a window. Oh, this is where this came from. Oh no, I don't know if they thought of it.
Like, no.
Oh,
Yeah,
Oh,
but that's crazy. I didn't know it had been around.
Probably been around for years.
Yeah.
I'm sure CZW did that at some point.
Right. That
Far
seems
earlier.
Accurate as to where the origins of something like that would come from. Man, I think we're at the top of the order, though, so you never know. This is it. Throwing in wherever you are, Cleveland. Just load it up for
Makabe in a very similar spot, though.
Yep, exactly. Well said, Justin.
He's still punching.
You're right.
Bottom of the 10th.
Yep.
Down by 3. Come on, Dan.
See, Morissette, that's why you're the professional. You managed to tie. You managed to tie both things together.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh,
Does he still have the tax in his mouth?
okay. I'm pretty much way past deathmatch bullshit in what I like in wrestling. But what I'm loving about this is it is a mixture of deathmatch bullshit with wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
This is you have to be given the fact now who's Makabe wrestling again? I'm sorry.
Sarian Softball's
tag partner
of Scott.
Right.
Yeah.
No. So I'm saying, okay, I know he's quite good too. But this is a mixture of hard.
That's it.
There we go.
Wow, what a finish.
The mixture of fucking deathmatch bullshit. Deathmatch bullshit and indie grapple fuck. Two of the things I hate the most. But when you're that fucking talented, that match happens. That was amazing.
And they had to do it with the Kingpin watching the whole time.
Exactly. Fucking Vincent D'Onofrio.
I would have gone
his opinions over here.
Absolutely berserk if Makabe at the end had started spitting the tacks out of his mouth.
Yeah, that's what I was anticipating.
Like the bad guy from The Mask who's just like spitting out the bullets after he gets shot.
Yeah.
Straight out of Southwest Championship Wrestling.
I'm saying, is that the Southwest Championship belt?
Could be.
Yeah, that was really
It
great.
looks exactly like it.
That was really good. Agreed, Bert.
That's ruled.
So now we got an oddity here.
Ooh.
So it's short, but you'll soon see why it's very short.
Barbarous,
So
the guy.
this is from Puerto Rico.
Barbarous, the guy that Pontius Pilate released instead of our Lord and Savior.
I like that the tape is so digitized. It looks like the clips of I think it was WWE 2K22, the one that was super glitchy,
Oh
where
yeah,
like the
right,
characters'
right.
eyes
Yes,
would just
yes.
be flopping out of their faces all the time. That's
Yeah,
what the referee looked like for a second there.
Some legendary clips.
His eyeballs were just hanging out, but that's just the way the tape has warped.
Yeah, that was a pretty awesome match. We just saw live commentary aside.
Oh yeah, we spent a lot of time shitting on the live commentary. That match, for all the reasons I was talking about, was fantastic.
And I hope Makabe gets the itch to be at least like a producer or something involved in the scene again, because
Agreed.
it is a presence that is greatly missed at shows, I will say. Nobody goes out of their way to let commentary know what's going on and what they want put over more so than Daniel Makabe, and I always appreciated that a huge amount.
That's rad.
Justin, when I was at the Dean show, that Makabe Thatcher was the main event, and after there's so many people that I used to go to indie shows back in the mid 2000s, or I've just known online for years, or through podcasts or what have you, and including Makabe. So after the match and everything, I walk over to him, and he doesn't have his glasses on, and I'm like, hey Dan, and he kind of leans in, and I'm like, hey, I don't know, we've never met in person before, but and he just knew my voice.
What is this music?
And he goes, Johnny Sorrow, and he's all sweaty in his t-shirt. I get the biggest, sweatiest hug from Daniel Makabe.
I love that.
Normally a giant sweaty hug from a man, I'm usually like, ugh, this sucks, but this was Daniel Makabe.
So anyway, that was a blink and you missed it match that evolved into a shoot fight.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Damn it.
That's why they threw it out, because it broke down.
Crazy.
So that one I wanted to see, because it's one of the few
Joshi.
ones to make it on tape, an actual match where they become uncooperative with each other. Yes, this is the beginning of our double main event, first of two matches. So this is January 1991. We have that's Akira Hokuto, and we have he's going up against Manami Toyota.
Yeah.
This is supposed to be a killer match.
Manami Toyota, maybe the greatest female wrestler of all time.
Yeah, she's up there. She's one of my faves. And this is in her early days too, before she'd really perfected the entrance, that she's famous for. Yeah, she's still super young here, but already very good.
I love the camera work going in there, and I love that based on her gear, she's actually sponsored by Toyota.
Not sure that's entirely accurate, but you never know.
I'm saying the font,
the actual
the
T,
font,
I think it's
like that.
Same
font. The font is very.
I used to drive it. My favorite car before I went electric was a Yaris. God damn, loved that little Yaris.
I
called them Black Bolt, and then I got a new Nissan Leaf that is black as well, and I call him Black Bolt too, because he's quiet. He's quiet, but effective.
Dude, if that car ever backfires, the entire
the whole universe is fucked. Yeah.
My work,
bottom of the tent.
After 11 years on the job, my work just gave me my first brand new truck, and it's a Toyota.
Wow.
That's a Toyota Tundra, and I've had it for 2 weeks, and I'm still trying to figure out all the electronic screen, and this is like I'm driving.
Fantastic!
Straight at the injured arm.
Love it.
Oh yeah,
is she? She must be heel here then.
Is she?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Arm drags with
the
the cast. I've never seen that.
I mean, is she?
Imagine it's snapped in mid arm drag.
Arm injury that she had too.
Jesus.
Yeah, here's me. Is she a heel? As she's kicking her injured arm. Christ.
I've never seen
kill myself.
Manami. No, like seriously.
Well, Johnny, fans love her vicious spirit. They are cheering all the way as she goes after that broken arm.
That is the Kyoto way.
She's not necessarily
the
heel, she's
samurai.
just doing the smart
It's these
thing.
goddamn bizarre.
Coming to a ring with a broken arm, you gotta take
country.
advantage of it.
You don't know what these motherfuckers are gonna like. Jesus Christ. This is awesome. I like this.
It's over.
Come on.
The Yankees are the 2024 American League champions.
Oh, sorry, dude. That stinks.
Yeah. We always get these moments as
Okay,
sports
so
fans.
that means I'm either cheering for the Mets or the Dodgers. Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think a Subway Series World Series would be so sick. But
I would love
Yeah,
it.
it'd probably be
myself.
lopsided like the
Yeah.
last one. Dodgers are our only hope.
Definitely.
You think
Ohtani.
Obi-Wan Ohtani,
Yes.
you're our
Yeah.
only hope.
Yeah.
Basically, yeah. I mean, that's a great story, though.
Okay, I'm
Yankees,
writing that one
Dodgers.
down.
That's an old
Okay.
rivalry. They haven't played each other in
Yeah.
over 40 years in the World Series.
Really?
Guys,
Interesting.
I'm beginning to suspect this cast may not be real.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I read
Goddamn
about this on
healthcare system over there
ECW
stinks too.
earlier.
Look
They
at
seem to
that
think her
pass.
arm was-
And make
was
them out of
really good.
ass.
Jesus, Johnny. Slow down.
He's the character. He's
I
the
got you.
character.
I got you. I got you.
Mr. Imus does characters. Oh, also with my new Toyota Tundra, I guess I've got a Sirius radio subscription that'll probably expire. So I'm listening to Howard Stern for the first time since he went to Adelaide, and kind of loving it still, but no, wow, this is completely different than what I grew up with. Just normal old Howard, who's full respect, and he's got the best guests on. And
The most recent clip I've seen of Howard Stern is of him asking Kamala if she had. He says his favorite Prince was the Batman soundtrack, and
Yeah,
she is
yeah.
like not familiar, basically. Which for me, that's disqualifying. I was on her side. Like I don't know. I'm in that spot where I'm undecided right now.
I don't really care
I'm
if
really
I can.
normal.
I don't really care if I can have a beer with the president, but if I can't bat dance with the president, then what am I doing here?
I don't know.
Are they a party man or party woman?
I can see Trump doing the bat Watu.
Yes, the fuck.
He likes to
It's what
dance.
he's trying. It's what he's trying to do when he's doing.
With his-
I'm jerking off
Exactly.
to
Sucking
guys.
off
Thing.
to
For 40 minutes at a time lately, apparently. So
Yeah.
bizarre. So bizarre. What the fuck is going on? Everything is terrible. So Toyota.
And which promotion is this exactly again?
Just
All Japan.
All Japan?
This is the-
Japan
this-
Women's, yeah.
So the same one we've
AJW.
been watching.
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
This is 1991, so
So much
Dump
earlier.
is done.
Or after, I
All
guess.
the Crush Gals are done by this point. Yeah.
Okay.
Bulls,
That-
basically the top star.
That ring looks done. Are they like?
And and also the popularity was nowhere near the peak it was. in
That's
the
what I'm
90s.
saying. It doesn't
Yeah.
have that same feel.
No, they were rebuilding
Yeah.
at this point, basically. But yeah, Bull's basically the top, the ace of the promotion.
Oh, look at the hair on this
I
brother.
think that's one of the brothers. Yeah, if you watch the Netflix series, they would they were the owners of
Oh,
the
man.
promotion
Oh, right.
for them.
Dude, I love the fucking cleaning off of the ring. That is so great. We need that, man. That's rad.
In the middle of a match?
Yeah, feels legit
Okay,
AF.
no, that's OCD behavior.
No,
Once
they do
the
it.
match is on,
They
go.
do it on the basketball courts all the time.
Yeah, it's true.
2人はとにかくタイトルをかけて戦いたかったという、それにコミッショナーはその熱意に負けたというところだそうですね。
Well, if they do it on the basketball court.
They got those big shag mops that they push around the court.
Yes, we need somebody like that.
No, you need
We
a
need
tiny...
like the guy who used to chase people off on Midnight at the Apollo. What's he up to these days?
No. Okay, here's what you need for Boom.
The Sandman, the other Sandman.
Travis, here's what you need for Boom to clean your ring during the match. You just take a timeout and have a little Zamboni. Just get everything the fuck out of there.
Like NES ice hockey.
Have a guy go into the ring, stand dead in the center, and sweep up a spotlight into a tinier point of light.
With the great Jeff Cummer, who operates our spotlight. Jeff Cummer, who played the protester in the BC Athletics Commission video I did with Todd Quality.
Oh, really?
Great.
Okay,
I love
great.
Todd. He's unbelievable.
Yeah. Really happy to have met him.
When Todd was on this show recently, he was recording it on his phone outside at the Agra Fair before, during, and after a show. It was one of the greatest things that's ever happened on this show.
I shared that with you, right, Justin?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, it was awesome. We love Todd. We love Murph. We love Lance. And we love Brawny, of course.
Yeah.
I don't
love
love
the heavies,
I
baby.
don't love the design of this ring. It does not.
West Coast Heavies were very prominent on the last NEW show at Wise Hall.
Mm-hmm. I know.
And
I'm a fan.
they're not announced for a match on November 9th at the Wise, but you never know where you just might see them. So should probably be there just in case.
Justin, I mean,
If you're a heavy's heavy.
hey, I'm
you're
a
a
heavy. Hey,
They're taking
hey,
over. They're like the outsiders of NEW right
I
now.
agree.
Okay,
Yeah.
from what I'm watching, I'm a heavy's heavy. So that means I need a 4X of their fucking t-shirt. Especially if they got it, all right? And look,
yeah.
and hey, Boogie Night, I love Boogie. Also been on the show a couple times. Great guy, but you know what? When I see some beard chopped off, I have
Holy shit. It was all the young lions that caught her.
She's known for her reckless eye spots.
Yeah.
Manami.
I think it's why Mercedes loves her so much. Also known for being reckless.
Oof.
Pretty awesome.
Going up with a broken arm.
With a broken
This is
arm.
special.
Yeah.
Oh! Every time we watch one of these, it's like nobody else does this.
That is the logo.
Yeah.
It looks like it, yeah.
It is, yeah.
This is Red. We talked about this a couple shows ago with the young lions. How are their male young lions? Do we know that story?
No.
Half crab, but a nasty half crab.
Hey, you know
Holy shit.
You know who
That's
taught
like
you know
the
who
most
taught her?
painful
you know who
looking
taught her
crab
that
I've ever
half crab?
seen.
Yeah.
You know who taught her that half crab?
So it might have been Lance Storm. I think Brady Malibu might have told me once or twice.
Yeah.
It's so funny, Justin. I joke with, we all joke with Brady about dropping names because he always does, but especially Lance Storm. And then when I started hanging out with the aforementioned Todd Quality, he says, if anyone has ever been trained by Lance Storm, just wait 5 minutes. They'll tell you they were trained by Lance Storm. Really funny.
相当に今悪化しているようであります。足を引きずっておりますチャンピオンの豊田真奈美。
You guys, I still have one more beer left. That's so wonderful. God
But
bless
you
my
were allowed
beautiful wife.
you were
This is your
allowed
only-
4, right?
4 beers
Only
tonight.
time of the month.
But I picked some big tall boys, tell you what.
Oh, yeah, well,
And the first one was a fat tug, and Justin knows what a fat tug is. 7.5. I should have gone like 4 fin de mont. You said so! You said so, lady!
I paid $60 with a $100 tip for a fat tug the other day.
All right.
What's the alcohol content of these 4 beers, Travis? I know
As I
you
said, the fat tug is 7.5. It's like widely
The
known.
double
Like,
IPA.
The you should follow C-Bus memes if you want to be a fellow Vancouverite, Johnny. You should follow C-Bus memes. Lots of fat tug jokes in that. There's a really famous one
sounds
where
right
it's
up
like,
it sounds right up my alley.
yeah. Well, there's like one of my favorite memes of all time comes from C-Bus memes, where it's like the Earl's waitress asking if they knew who just threw up 6 fat tugs in the bathroom sink, and it's Obi-Wan Kenobi saying, "Well, of course I know him. It's me."
I once had a night in Calgary where I drank I don't know how many Guinness and then puked in a urinal.
Unbelievable suplex
And on the
there as
floor,
well.
too.
Yep, all of this is incredible.
Classy.
No
Classy.
delay. This is what they call like who's Manami Toyota against here? Akira Hokuto.
Who becomes quite well known.
Yeah.
In her own right.
Even on that botch.
Sloppy.
Still good.
Oh yeah. I love it when sure it was a botch, but it makes it seem more real.
It looked hard
It
as
does,
hell.
exactly.
Yeah.
Kelly, you read my mind. A botch. I hate that word now. But a mistake like that, and then right into that,
You and Chris
that makes
Jericho.
it feel. It makes it feel less choreographed.
There was a moment in Too Cold versus Taz earlier that felt like overly choreographed to me. It was when they were doing the Irish whip off the ropes, and Too Cold was doing the jumps and getting down low as Taz goes above and below. The jump up felt like he happened way too soon, but I also liked that the match sort of played into that in the story, in that Taz saw the next one coming and just grabbed him and did a belly-to-belly suplex.
Right.
So it feels like I'm looking at that thinking, well, he's telegraphing that too much. And he's telegraphing it so much that it's easily reversible by his opponent.
Later on in the match, so that makes sense.
It was literally the very next spot. It was like 5 seconds later.
Come on, break your arm.
Trying.
Remember Toyota when they'd always jump in the commercials in the 80s?
With the cars?
No, like people would like jump up in the air like Toyota, like yeah.
Oh yeah, what was the jingle? Didn't they have a
Can't
jingle?
remember, yeah.
This
There's a
used to
nice
be a
looking
part-
like Canadian Cowichan sweater in the front row there. I don't know if you guys noticed. Very rare. In Japan, I would imagine at this time.
There's only one
to the
jingle. By the way, modern day right now, there's only one jingle that has like actually pervaded pop culture, and it's the new Burger King one.
I was going to say Cars for Kids.
No, everyone. It's in so much as everyone hates that one, but the Burger King one is like at BK.
Oh, yeah.
Way you rule. Like I'm hearing that at Little League games. The kids are going like da da da. You rule. Like what the fuck is going on?
What was the one in the last season?
Oh,
That's the nastiest pile driver I've ever seen. Fuck yeah. Into the moonsault. Let's go. 1, 2, 3. Count to 100. Oh, come on.
Holy
Gotta be
shit.
kidding me.
Come on,
Incredible.
ref. Come on, ref.
Ugh. Oh no. How could this
Here we
be?
go. Nice.
Sounds like
Nice.
Chicken wing. No.
It's like she grabbed her by the hair to get the extra leverage there. That was nuts. That A looks a lot like the ambiguously gay duo. A. That's what I keep thinking.
Ace. Ooh.
Man. Yeah, she's got an execution that is clutch as fuck.
Oh.
Given and she's wearing pink and black, Travis.
Right. I noticed.
Because
they were, ooh, Jesus, right in the mush. To quote the great John Hedgebeth.
Gotta hook the leg.
well, she's got a hook.
What a feeling. What a feeling. Thank you, Duke. That was the Toyota. What a feeling. Lincoln jumping up in the air.
That's it.
Jesus. Oh, and she's pointing those fucking toes.
The double count.
I love that we're at a point in the match where both competitors feel unkillable. After beginning with them so injured, it's like, how can they even compete?
Yeah. She's still selling the hell out of that arm. Yeah.
Exactly, though, but it's all while selling.
Yeah, exactly.
These kinds of matches that you see modern day.
Yeah, destroy it. Just come on. Come on, Manami.
Come on.
What a feeling.
I'd like to see Brett doing Toyota commercials.
That's it.
That was masterful. That was
Incredible.
masterful. I genuinely was afraid that she was going to break her arm.
Yeah. That was special.
That was a great match. So intense, too.
Yeah. Super special every time. Those are the words I keep using, man. I went back and watched all of our
special
Ethan Joshi's. Yes, they're like they stand out, man. Like
I don't know. It sort of sounds like some weird Vince McMahon thing that he makes his announcer say.
Yes.
What are you talking about?
Or when he takes a pause, like in the meme, he was special.
Let's talk about Andre.
Yeah.
The shits Andre took in the tub. To the Taps brother, we're special. Oh, come on, get her to the hospital, man.
Shouldn't have been wrestling in the first place.
You know, if this was the men's division, they'd afford a fucking stretcher.
Right.
We're getting challenges. I don't know who that is. I should.
I still haven't watched the
Queen of Villains.
Yeah. How many episodes is it?
5. The last one is extra long.
Can Nora watch it?
I mean, it's very bloody, but I think that's about
fine.
all. There's no sex.
Yeah, no, the more like we were concerned about the Vince doc. Like, Justin, it was so funny watching Nora learn about the Montreal Screwjob for the first time. She's like, "What? What? In Canada?" It's so funny.
That's awesome.
But we had to be careful. Like, you're not watching this last. You're not watching episode 6.
No.
It's unfortunate that they sequestered all that stuff to one episode, but
Yep.
at the same time, I guess there was one upside.
At least there we.
Where do all these giant trophies go that we win in Japan?
From the Emperor.
Yeah, take that home to your shoebox apartment. Takes up
Our living room
has to
is
go
just
in
trophies.
sideways.
Takes up
I sleep on the
15%
bathroom
of your
floor.
total square footage.
Or in the bathtub.
Oh man, I have this running joke with my buddy Ted. It's a UBC professor, or pardon me, U of C in Calgary professor. That if my wife ever left me, it would be because of my obsession with Game and Watches and Game Boys, and like we just find these because I follow people who do these Game Boy mods who are like showing like these like really expensive Game Boys that they've spent way too much money on, and that's me. Like and I found this display case of just a whole bunch of Game Boys and Game Boy Colors and Game and Watches, and I said, this is my 1/3 of my apartment, 1/3 of my studio apartment, if this ever happens.
Here we go.
I saw this in the explain to me what's the circumstances going on here, Kelly. How did this happen?
Yeah, so the date is wrong on this. It was actually 1994. They'd been feuding for a year, Conan and Jake Roberts. It began when Jake Roberts, he was sitting ringside for a match where Conan was, it was a career loser leaves town or whatever match. I forget who Conan was wrestling, but Jake interfered and of course cost Conan his career. Then Jake taunted him for months and taunted the fans, saying, haha, I was the one responsible for your beloved Conan's career ending. Then finally, Conan was reinstated, and then they had tag matches. They kept them apart, or they avoided having a singles match between them for quite a while. They had a cage match where Sherry was in Jake's corner, Sherry Martel, and Conan won, but he didn't pin Jake. He won by leaving the cage. So there was still, Jake was pissed. He was like, okay, to get one more match, I'll put up my hair against yours. Even though Conan, I don't think had much hair, but I guess no, he did.
In the picture, they're drawing him with a full-fledged mullet. And
yeah, I guess he did. Yeah, it's hard to tell. He's got a bandana on too. So this is
he's clearly the top to the Warlord's bottom.
Yeah,
this
is crazy.
Jake has Warlord as his number 2. I don't know the story there. And Jake had been hitting the Brewskis quite hard.
That's my
Jake,
that.
Okay, this is Jake, not at his worst, but fired from WCW. No, he's drunk, cocaine, fucking Jake. He had this shit made the magazines. I remember thinking about this, but Bill After and the rest didn't really go into Jake's physical condition. No, the reports. Hard-boiled reporter Matt Brock left out Jake's physical condition because look at him here.
Pregnant.
Okay.
He's at that stage of life where he's spending his off days working the meat slicer at a deli counter.
Yes, well,
he's gonna reunite with Marissa Tomei one of these days. We're not quite there yet.
He's wasting away.
If not the main inspiration for Randy the Ram.
So the mini is Masquerita Sagrada. He was a mainstay in the later Lucha Underground episodes. Season 2, Season 3, including a really famous Bagel Bites commercial he did in the middle that Max and I loved so much. We loved Masquerita Sagrada. We found an amazing t-shirt of him standing on that little guy standing on a mountain of skulls that was based out of Mexico that we've wanted for so long. He's hilarious.
Okay, who's the guy with the Houston Astros?
He's the big Masquerita Sagrada. I think he had a career too, but I think over time the mini became more popular. I could be wrong.
I would because I've heard of him definitely, and I've never heard of this asshole.
It looks like Germany's walkout uniform for the 1988 Olympics in Calgary.
West Germany.
West Germany. Well done, Kelly. Ladies and gentlemen, West Germany.
Look at him.
Look at Sleazy Jake.
Sleazy Jake is right.
Snip, snip, snip.
I gotta run to the washroom. I want to catch the end of this.
I love that this match started. The Warlord and Jake were being flanked by two guys holding American flags. Yes, the best America has to offer. Jake Roberts and the Warlord.
They're not sending their best.
Well, the exchange rate wasn't good. Oh, that's fall 1. Well, fall 1 to Conan. And Conan was a mega huge star at this point.
Oh, he was
And how much time did he take off? Was this all storyline? Was he injured? Was he off to do another thing? Or?
I think it was about 5 or 6 months. I don't know if it was to rest up, or I think it was just selling the story. He got to just sit around and do whatever for 6 months.
Sounds pretty sweet, honestly.
Yeah, and then you built it up. The Stips are treated more seriously maybe in Mexico, or definitely at times. So they had to sell it.
Or there was some sort of contract dispute going on. Who knows?
Yeah. No, I think it was all planned in advance that it would be a year-long simmering feud to get to this point. And this was a Triple Mania, so their version of WrestleMania. It's in Tijuana.
Now, is this AAA or CML?
This is AAA. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, AAA did more, American style gimmicks and stuff.
Oh, speaking of sling and like shit, I can like watch now. AAA. I saw that this afternoon. I'm like, oh, and I hit that on the DVR. Like, I've not watched any modern lucha in forever. I have no idea what the scene is.
I have no idea what the scene is like now.
I'm gonna check it out, but I have no idea. Like, is AAA hot? Is CMLL hot? Like, I know that's the main two.
Yeah, I know COVID did a number on them.
I think CMLL does really, really well. They run shows like all week long because they can really rely on tourists.
Yeah. Arena Mexico in Mexico City.
Max got to see 3 shows when he went with he met his wife Stacy in Mexico after she had already been there, and then stayed a little longer and went to, and like you said, there was a show every week or every day of that week he was there. So I think they've figured out a nice little formula that works.
For the live audience, I'm just like kind of stinks that on the Univision or whatever we have here is like they don't have a TV deal.
Right.
Yeah.
Just AAA.
Well, they're pretty old school. They rely still on ticket sales
on the gate
for most of their profits, revenue. So this is the second fall.
It's Segunda Caída. Matt D is going to come out any second now.
There you go. Great blog.
Matt D got kicked off of Twitter for some dumb reason.
He did?
Come back. Yeah.
Oh, is that why it's changed now? Oh, I see.
I don't know.
Like his handles.
Yeah, no, he didn't put over enough fucking Nazis or something, and they kicked off him. I'm thinking about just leaving. I think I just need to leave Twitter.
That's what I was going to ask. Justin, did you, I heard recently or today that Blue Sky got a recent real big influx of followers. I think it's kind of been this little engine that could.
I re-downloaded it, having not used it since it seemed like Twitter was dying the first time. So
what about Mastodon?
Okay.
I've heard talk of Mastodon.
I think Mastodon was the first kind of push, but I think Blue Sky is more of a user base. I off the top of my head, but I don't know. I checked on it recently, and it sounded like everybody there was saying like, "Hey, the reason to explain this recent surge in, subscribe numbers is so and so, blah 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 blah." But whatever. I don't know if you had heard it, but like I'd like no, just because I check Blue Sky. I don't know, once every 3 days, and sometimes
isn't that more healthy?
It's probably a normal amount of
maybe we don't need more social media.
I'm just thinking about moving all promotion of Mystery Titans Theater to a different platform.
Yeah, I mean that's where we have. Well, we have the most followers on YouTube still.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
who are completely unproblematic tech geniuses over there.
Right, yeah.
Oh, YouTube. I thought you were talking about the listeners or subscribers.
Oh no! Oh, dude, all of
Berg, Moose. Oh my God, man! You should hear what I don't say from Moose.
It's a real scum of villainy in the subscribers list.
Yeah, Moss Isley. That's what we call the chat.
It's what we call it from now on.
Yep, I love it.
Taro is the Jabba of
no, Taro's got to be the guy who sells them all out, tells the droids not to come in. Kevin's gonna be here for our birthday show, and Kelly and I already know. I found a couple clips for the birthday show.
Yeah, I've got some videos ready.
I have a really great finish for the birthday show. I'm excited about.
Cool.
That I want to include. People who watch YouTube, Duke said, never seen the puppet, Johnny. Never saw. They haven't seen. Parvy, of course, but they.
Well, no one's ever gonna see. I think we decided Parvy's gonna be.
Parvy's retired.
It was a one-time thing because it's
Barbie was
never
shot in
going
the
to
head.
be
Oh, a boot
right
from
because
Jake to Masquerita Sagrada.
because
Speaking
it's
of shot
never
in
going to
the
be
head.
funnier than that time. But Bruno Puppet, maybe I think the public deserves to say. I'll post a picture of Bruno Puppet on Blue Sky because I don't think Bruno would approve of Elon Musk.
This referee has a lot of personality, Johnny.
Yeah, but it's Lucha. It's
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
the big K on Conan.
How old is Conan at this time?
It stands for ketamine.
Probably still
Fucking
in his
Yankees.
20s, I would guess.
Stupid Yankees are in the World Series again, you guys.
It's actually been 15 years.
Yeah,
I
but there's a
know.
midget
For
in the
them,
ring.
that's
Get over
eternity.
it.
It's just one of those things. It's just
I know.
kinda-
But you just knew it was going to happen with
Yeah.
the talent that they had.
They're so
Totally
dominant.
matter.
Yes, I know.
Anyway.
That's why I said in professional sports we get these moments, right? As a fan, and then like if it's a fan,
Oh,
Jesus,
come on. Yeah, here's
where
what you get.
Masquerita Sagrada gets his head torn off by
Exactly. In
Jake
professional
Roberts. How often
sports-
do you get to see
in
that?
professional
Oh, I saved him! Thank God.
That's all that guy's
Thank
good
God. No, I like after Johnny Goudreau died, like as a Flames fan, as just a fan of like one team that you follow, you get these rare. If you're not like, following these
is
like
the best
Manchester
Warlords
United
ever done.
Yeah, I know.
or whatever, you get these moments, and I got that moment. I got that moment.
Oh,
in
the
that.
dynasties? I hate the dynasties.
Yeah, but I got that moment in this series where that craziness when there's 2 outs and big
Yeah,
Christmas.
it should have
Oh,
been
yeah.
the start of something. But
Like
fuck.
for me as a Canucks fan, the insane Brock Besser game in Nashville in the playoffs earlier this year, like I don't care that they didn't beat the Oilers or whatever. I wouldn't trade that moment for anything, you know?
Yeah, I hear you. Especially if you aren't winning fucking championships.
I think
That's
we're
the
all
thing,
just
right?
jealous of dynasties because none of my teams are dynasties.
Yeah,
either.
well, yeah, I've never had a.
You know what?
Yeah, I've never liked a dynasty. team.
Did I want the New Jersey Devils to be a fucking dynasty? Hell yeah. I wanted everyone to hate us, like everyone hates the Yankees.
Well, they did have a
but it's
dynasty
different.
though.
Yeah, they did. But that's a different situation. The Yankees spend a lot of money.
Yankees is a multi-decade, multi-century.
Look, me and myself. I don't, oh yeah, let's get the
Warlord
Warlord. I don't care who spends what. I'm just like, from just
This match is wild.
from an aesthetic. I'm like, yeah, the Yankees again. Is that
Even though it's been, as you said, Kelly,
Yeah.
15 years.
15 years, but they're almost in the playoffs every year.
Yeah.
They haven't had a losing season since 1992.
I was happy to see Detroit.
That's
I was happy to see
puke-worthy.
Detroit suddenly be good. I thought that was fun.
Yeah. The gritty Tigs.
Yeah. Magnum PI's favorite team. Come on.
As a Cleveland fan, I cannot support that message.
Hey, as a Cleveland fan, you still look. It's only been a couple of years since they changed the name. You still have a lot to
I
pick
know.
up for. Sorry.
Oh man, and they would cut to fans wearing that logo a little too much.
Yeah, I know. In the inning and a half or the half an inning, I saw that home run. There was one shot to the crowd. There was like one asshole in a cheap Wahoo, and I was like, and I thought, I'm like, really, dude?
At least nobody spray painted their
sitting next
face
to you,
red anymore.
sitting next to
I don't
you.
think they're getting through the door.
See, I never knew the Warlord was involved in all this. That's pretty fascinating.
Conan with the Circle K logo on his singlet.
Yeah, that's what Berg
wrestles
said.
in-
That's what Berg
when-
said in the chat.
He's,
Yeah.
he's sponsoring Circle K.
When he wrestles in Quebec, he goes by Couche-Tard.
Red Rooster. And was Red Rooster associated with Circle K, Kelly?
I
No.
don't think so.
Very similar.
When he
Establishments.
when he wrestled in Colorado around 2006, it was for the Come and Go.
Yes.
By the way, KUM.
Yeah, I know. AM PM.
That was
The
a good one.
loaf and jug.
Max.
is how
Is Max officially gone now?
Well, Max
Also
became Circle K in Canada.
Or, well, yeah, it was bought out, I guess, by Circle K.
Is Max gone
I
everywhere?
think
Those
so.
Circle
No more
those-
Frosters?
Nah, that Circle K is pulling a Vince McMahon move.
I think
They're
it's still a
gonna-
Froster at Circle K.
Okay. That's the
Pretty
method.
positive.
Does that cat with the
Hold on,
With the
is
tartan cap?
yeah, the
beret.
I wish,
Nardwar, the Nardwar of convenience
Yeah,
stores.
this is Canadian.
We used to be a
Oh
real
no,
country.
but I know what you're talking about.
It all went downhill as soon as they switched it over to the owl mascot.
That's
Oh,
right. Doot doot
Well,
loot
totally
doot.
was the curse of the owl.
Slurpee.
So okay, yeah, exactly. So you're talking about the Slurpee variations. I was just listening to people talk about all the ones we have here.
Yeah.
Slurpee, slushy. Oh,
What's that dog's name?
The
That
one with the
dog
dog,
still at it?
the
That
dog,
asshole.
Asshole dog.
yeah, that asshole dog.
Icy.
The polar bear ate him. The icy polar bear ate him.
You know what I heard on the news recently, like a month or two ago, though, which blew my mind, was that
Jake Roberts is still alive.
well, sure that too, but Couche-Tard was trying to purchase 7-Eleven, and that's
Wow.
like a mouse swallowing a lion.
Yeah.
You know, like
Okay, I'm sorry. I know it. The name alone sounds problematic to me.
It's French.
It is French, my friend.
Uh-huh. Nevertheless. That's the pot that makes you fucking stupid, right?
well, yeah. I guess I didn't realize that they bought
That's what some old time Canadians would
they
say,
bought
sure.
Circle K, but then they took the Circle K name because
Uh-huh.
Couche-Tard is still the parent company somehow. I don't understand it.
Complicated.
The Duke telling us in New Brunswick, Circle K is only at Irving gas stations. Duke's based on New Brunswick. I thought you were Nova Scotia, Duke.
Has
Sorry.
7-Eleven invaded
But
Canada?
maybe
Oh,
big
yeah,
time.
of
been
course.
there forever.
Absolutely.
Been there forever.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, 2 falls to 0 win. By
Oh,
Conan.
yeah. They're yeah.
Dominant.
So is he going to
Who's gonna be
shave
dominant?
Jake's head here?
Jake's
right now?
getting shorn.
Yeah, Jake gets his head. Yeah,
Crazy.
Jake's getting shorn.
I do
Shorn in the
love it,
middle of the
too.
ring.
Like we said earlier, that he was just hanging out
This
doing
ref.
nothing during this forced retirement. Because if this happened like in the last 20 years, he's definitely fucking off to go shoot a movie or something, and that's how they're
He may
covered.
have in Mexico, perhaps. He was a huge star. He may have had some crossover deal.
He's in the best shape of his life too, so you can tell he's been
Jake.
working out with.
And this
yeah,
continues our theme
The
of
personal
hair versus
trainer
hair
in
matches
Hollywood,
on
probably.
MTT.
You know.
Hey man, wake up! I gotta shave your head.
I don't see him being Nick Nolte. I see him being Nick Nolte's friend.
Jake, you're never gonna believe this. They got rid of the cat wearing the tartan hat. It's a fucking owl now. Can you believe it?
Not on my watch. The return
so
of
this-
the Max.
This
That's the
wasn't
name.
from Mexico. This
Return
was
of
from
Max.
Canada.
You lied to me.
You lying to me.
This is from
Return of
Tijuana,
Max.
BC. So it's from Canada, not even
You
Mexico.
want a British
So
Columbia?
it's a long time ago. It was from Tijuana a long
Tijuana,
time
British
ago.
before Christ.
I think it stands for Baja California.
Tijuana before Christ is a good title for tonight.
You lost, Jake.
It's
My,
over.
fa- my favorite thing in wrestling is anything involved haircuts.
Mm-hmm.
That's why it was incredible to see Boogie get his beard.
Yeah, I mentioned it before. I was like,
Yeah.
dude, as much as I love Boogie, they ripped out those children's scissors and started cutting
No,
his
man.
beard.
At the end of that,
I was so happy.
yeah, that's what when Boogie said, like, yeah, I'm going away for a while and I'm gonna grow my beard again so we can be in a beard match and we can do it again. Like, fuck yeah, man, Boogie, you rule.
Yeah.
He's the best. And he looks like $1 million since he's cleaned himself up. I don't know if you've seen a recent.
Yeah, I know. I saw a
pictures
picture. Look,
Garrett,
yeah,
yeah.
look. The
Young
West Coast
Garrett
Heavies
looks
the West
handsome.
Coast Heavies did him a favor.
of- Yeah. Got myself a great office job, Todd.
How do you like that?
Uh-oh.
Berg saying was weird
Here we
around the
go.
same time seeing Jake
Here
go
we go.
from long
Hey,
hair
there's
to wearing a
Laparca,
bandana
Psychosis.
Psychosis, Laparca.
in
Is
Smoky
Ray
Mountain.
in there? I think Ray's the tiny one.
Is Ray yet? Yeah,
I
that's
thought Ray was the
fantastic.
first man in. Yeah.
Yeah, Ray was. Crazy.
And then
Jake
Psychosis.
Jake just got fired from WCW in a couple of years.
yeah,
These guys will
Parker.
all be in WCW.
Crazy. Yeah, a lot of legends.
We were talking about how Attitude Era WWF isn't all that rewatchable. Try watching a Nitro from around those times too.
I'm sure.
Not that much better, but one thing you always will watch is any of the
middleweights.
the random lucha matches.
Yeah.
Well, I think the reason that ECW aged better is that, like, especially the era that we were watching earlier, it's ultimately still like a live show geared for the live audience.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, so much of peak Attitude Era Raw stuff is like designed for television, and the wrestling is entirely secondary. So as bad as it is to watch when you watch the telecasts again at this stage, I think about like how brutal it would be to go to that show, and that's the wrestling that you're
and the crowds get really, really brutal too.
Right, but also when you're caught up, I can see being in those crowds and losing my fucking mind at one of those shows. Like, this is a lot of fucking fun. It's disposable. It was disposable fun.
But Woodstock '99.
But yeah, the WWF, like Raw and all that shit was just like buy the pay-per-view. The undercard, the WWF thing would be the undercard will be what it is, but you're gonna get awesome main events. WCW's undercard pay-per-view model was the undercard will be great and the main event will stink. So
it's crazy. This is a lot of baby faces.
Yeah, because you got to hold this slimy.
I know. I guess so, but it is
slimy.
Plus,
American,
also you got a barbarian in the corner.
A warlord.
Warlord, pardon me.
Is that Silver King?
Which
the cowboy.
And the cowboy. It looks like Jose Lothario in WWF in a couple of years, but it's not, of course. When he's with Sean. Oh, we're getting right to the point here.
This is a quality fucking head shaving. They don't fuck around in Mexico.
No, and Jake had a healthy head of hair too.
Kelly, there was nothing healthy about Jake Roberts, including his hair.
But he had never lost a hair match before this. That's the key.
How many hair matches had he been in?
Oh, I don't know. Probably,
Zero. I say that with all
that's a good
confidence.
question. I mean, not in WWF.
You know what? I'm gonna let you guys in on a little secret. I've never lost a hair match.
Not yet. I'm going to be talking to Max about this.
What?
I lost a hair match against just my genetics, unfortunately.
Me too. Me too. Can we be in the same stable?
Right, we need it. Yeah.
Here we go.
I big time lost a hair
Are we
match.
the new Baldies?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, it's like from the temples up, nothing. From the temples down, ape.
Man, crazy. That's a wild image, man.
It's great.
That's the thumbnail for the video.
I was trying to find. There's been several great thumbnails. Oh man, we got a great thumbnail for the most recent one I put up today.
Of Sherry?
Yeah,
it looks good. Those suspenders that ref has, as a suspendersman, because I wear suspenders at work. I don't know if I want to put a target on my back.
It looks like he's been shot in the back already. He's got the face.
Oh no, not Damien or whatever his snake was.
Oh Jesus!
Hey, they're kicking that snake.
The baby face is stomping on
this thing.
snakes.
No,
please don't kill my. He's all I got.
No, they're just like.
And by that it mean he's worth several $1,000s and will give me a place to live.
Now put
God dang it! That snake's got to keep the top of my head warm.
Roll it up his ass.
It's already dead.
They're gonna let him out after
it's
like it's just a blur.
It's already
gross.
dead.
They already stomp on it and then they did this.
Yeah, they kicked the
Now he
fucking
gets a snake on it too.
My hair, my beautiful hair. Beautiful snake.
Oh, is this mine? That's wild. Jake the Snake shaved his
Ray.
Throwing the
Ray here.
What a crazy image, man. That is fucking nuts. And then baby face Rey Mysterio saying, "That's what you get."
And he,
Yep,
baby,
fuck
that's
you.
And
crazy
then
that Ray
Damien
is
trying to
still-
find the nearest veterinarian.
Oh, yeah. It's going
Cut to-
okay, Damien 17 is on his way trying to find a vet by himself.
Damien 17.
Cut to sit-down interview with Cody Rhodes. It unfortunately became one of the most notorious nights in the history of sports entertainment. Damien got loose and ate several children in the front row.
Dude, the episode of that Wheatley vodka show that Cody did on YouTube interviewing people, where he gets drunk and interviews Damien. Great.
Yeah, but it's still this vodka tie-in. Anyways,
Yeah, the snake
there you
thing,
go.
yeah.
The Great
Hey.
Raven Lake.
I love how
You have no idea. She told me how
Oh
exhilarated
yeah, the
she
results
was.
should be coming in for the election.
Oh yeah.
Oh, is this a local politician?
No. She's
Our
a
provincial election.
she's the mother.
night in
She's the mother
British
of
Columbia.
Bambi and Liza.
And a former wrestler in her own right.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
nice.
And she told me how
yeah,
exhilarating
no,
it was.
I want to hear the storyline here.
I'll turn it up for you, pal. This is our sign-off, by the way.
Yeah, I figured.
Conservatives MVP virtually tied.
Virtually tied.
I want to see how you break yourself out of it. His dad,
Next,
right? I mean, it's his
Rashad
dad.
Tyson took on.
We love
yeah.
Rashad Tyson.
Sharif Morrow. Sharif was calm.
No, because I
When
saw
I
a
first to
split
know,
here.
lost her seat in
And while Tyson put up
Boom.
a fight, ultimately the veteran Morrow won out. Post-match,
And this is exactly how it went, you guys. Don't ask anybody.
NDP's one seat away from a majority.
Why are they calling you Sharif? Guys. Nice, got a chant going. Nice.
next,
Did he just rub that
Kyle
on his
Fritz
asshole?
arrived with Darren from accounting and the Slam Boys.
Who are the Slam Boys?
Who are the Slam Boys indeed?
No, I mean as characters. Who are the Slam Boys?
Anybody who Kyle brings in.
Oh, so they're ineffectual
They're
guardians.
just like his. Yeah, they show up all
There's
the time.
Potty
but-
Patrol.
Yeah.
Okay.
There was a match, Evan Rivers against TFA, where there's just like dozens of them.
Yeah, someday in the future, some future Pacific Northwest legend is gonna be like, got my start as a slam boy.
Yeah, exactly. Rishi. That'll be Rishi's.
Then being inducted
story.
into the BC Sports Hall of Fame.
Hall of Fame. Yep.
It all started for me that night in the BC Legion on Commercial Drive.
Look how excited those two they are that children are no longer allowed. That was Nicole Matthews' favorite moment of this recap.
My friend, you seem to have your hands full with your ex-best friend Sharif. So I'm going to do you a favor tonight and take that title off your hands. And that's why tonight, in the main event, Jackie Lee versus Taryn from Accounting. City Championship. Hit my music, we're out of here.
Then, just as they were leaving, an altercation in the audience between Fines and a fan led to
Justin might recognize that fan.
I was about to say,
Those two had a match, in fact, at NEW at the Wise Hall recently.
I was about to say she was prettier than everyone else in the crowd.
Brother
so
Boys
she did that.
return to action against
Hey, there he is.
Nicole Matthews.
Cherry
They are.
Blossom.
Last week,
A
past cute.
spectacular match
Yep.
that had all
Cherry
those
Blossom and
competitors
Zuzu.
firing on all
My
cylinders.
favorite tag team
In the end, it
in
was
the
the
Indies
team
right
of
now.
Matthews and
The Brother
Spencer
Boys?
who secured
Yeah.
the win.
Love it.
Post-match,
Love it. We gotta get Tony on this one.
Nice fallout.
Evan Rivers and
what a
Shaolin
fallout of the
Funk
ring.
had a spectacular match. The crowd was firmly in Funk's corner, but Rivers' vicious demeanor and killer instinct was the difference maker. Post-match, Rivers wouldn't let up, but thankfully, Lincoln and Williams came to the aid of their fellow Time Bandit. After intermission, Brady Malibu and Malik Mello faced Ravenous Randy Myers and Izzy McQueen in tag team action. The malicious entourage targeted McQueen.
I want to put over quickly. I got to
snagged the
record
win.
I got to host a podcast for Escaping Denver for Brady. Keep an eye out for that. Comes out on Halloween.
I also have a voice acting appearance on this. Fourth act in
me too.
season.
Me too. So does Nora. Nora Woloshyn is on this episode.
As someone who has lived in Colorado, since 2006, I'm not gonna check it out. It's not my thing. But the fact that he's having success based on that ridiculous conspiracy theory, which is awesome that we have out here.
Yeah.
Why do they call it the Denver airport? It's nowhere near Denver.
Yeah, I love it.
In the middle of nowhere. There's that horse is cursed.
That horse. I'm sure they've done an episode on that horse.
Also, one of my favorite airports I've ever been in.
I've been there in a lot of layovers, and the most recent one, I tried to walk as far as I could, and I was looking for the murals, and I was looking for all of that stuff, and didn't see any of it.
Well, there's 3 different terminals out there in the middle of that cursed landscape, but there's also a million different places to choose to eat.
It's official.
Independent
Malik Mello
bookstores.
will cash in the Golden Haunches
Right.
in the main event on Friday, November 29th.
Malik cashing
against
in.
whomever possesses the Vancouver
crowd
City
can feel
Championship
it.
at that
He's been
time.
great lately.
I
He's
can
having
feel
some
it.
absolute
He's your
banger
future-
matches.
he's your future
Yeah.
franchise,
Icarus
baby.
versus
Speaking
former
of
President of the United States
people
of America,
blowing up.
Abraham Lincoln. The
Judas
enigmatic
Icarus trying to
was still
flip
obsessed with
everybody.
trying to flip people
Do you know Ron?
against
Have you
their
met
will.
Ronnie,
As the
Justin?
match
No.
played out,
A ref
Lincoln
from
had
he's
a
on the
clear
from the
strength
island.
and
He works
size
at 365 a lot. He's
advantage
amazing.
until
I'm gonna be doing a little work for 365 myself.
Nope.
The DQ ending? Oh, the ref was unconscious. Okay.
I've been calling that running cutter from Rivers the Star Killer cutter as well.
Oh, that's nice. I like that. Oh, I know what's about to happen here.
Yes, you do, Johnny.
Even if I
You
didn't
know good wrestling, because you know good wrestling.
Yeah, even if I didn't know, I would have fucking figured it out. You can't be in TNA with his father being Abraham Lincoln.
yeah.
Fuck out of here.
You're right.
He's become a sovereign citizen.
That's
Exactly.
right. Well said.
Veni Vidi Vici. How's the play, Dad?
That rules. That's so good.
Are not my father.
Judas Icarus, Evan Rivers, and Travis Williams.
Nice.
A new faction in Boom.
Okay, are they coming up with a faction name if you're doing
When
that?
it rains, it pours.
Oh, hey, there he is.
Lincoln. As BC Athletics Commission representative Todd Quality arrived and announced that Lincoln has amassed over 150 years of overdue athletic licensing fees.
Max is very good at doing
How
these
will
official
the Illinois rail
forms.
splitter pay off his
But
debt?
he's not a Canadian
Does he have a
citizen.
job? Where does he sleep at night even?
I was watching the
And
latest
then
Boom
our
show, and
main
Lincoln
event,
totally
Karen
no-fold
from
the kick
accounting
from Todd
versus
Quality.
Jackie Lee. If the inclusion of corrupt ref Joseph King wasn't enough, Jackie's former tag team partner appeared mid-match, distracting Lee and almost costing him the match and the title. Thankfully, Lee showed why he's the Vancouver City champion and was able to submit Taryn for a successful title defense. October brings 2 Boom shows.
All right.
Friday, October
Fantastic.
25th. It's
Yeah,
Witches
next
and
week.
Wristlocks. And on Saturday,
Justin,
October
ADHD
26th,
DVD.
It's one
Oh
of
my gosh.
Boom's signature events,
It's the best
Both shows
podcast
sold
about
out.
old movies you got on
See,
DVD
ad rings.
around.
Yeah, watching your old physical media that you've been carting around that you never watched. Travis has been on a couple episodes. It's a great time. New episodes every Friday. Wherever you get your podcasts. ADHD DVD.
Yeah. Thanks everybody for joining us. Thank you, Justin. Thanks, Duke and Berg and Moose and everybody in the chat.
And we're about to do the Patreon. I know what we're what's coming up.
Yeah,
and,
so get comfortable.
And hey, assholes, $5 a month.
Yeah, $5 a month for the longest Patreon match to date. I'm impressed, Justin.
Well, I told you that I was just going to go flipping through the cards of old WWF pay-per-views that I remember actually ordering until something jumped out at me that I wanted to catch up with.
I ordered this one back in the day as well. When WWF was still hot enough to where Sunday nights we'd have people over.
Exactly.
I've never seen this before. I know of the match and I've seen clips of it. I've never seen the whole thing.
All right,
very famous spot at the end.
$5 a month, people, plus an entire backlog of amazing material on the Patreon. Come on.
Thank you. See you next time.